Hey, folks, we are live here at the Horror Corner. So we're getting ready for the return of the Horror Hangout show. So I figured I'd come on a little early and get all the invite stuff out of the way, get everybody together and ready to do this. Let's see, am I on YouTube yet? Okay. Just want to make sure I'm live on the air here. All right. All right, there's my ugly mug there. See, I am live now. So welcome everybody to the Horror Corner. So this is going to be the return of the Horror Hangouts with my special guests. Lisa loves Horrific Nightmares JM. We're going to have a special guest, Random Horror, Mr. Horror Digest, and Bronco Juggalo Talks Movies. Dave Maggot wasn't able to join us this week because he's out filming a movie, and also movie Massacre. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to make it because he's having problems with his Wi-Fi, and the weather is bad where he is, so he has to go outside anytime he has to get a Wi-Fi signal, and it's really cold out. So, all right, I'm going to start working on getting the invites going here. All right, send out like one massive email. So bear with me, folks, while we get this thing going. All right, got Bronco Juggalo Talks Movies. I'm getting everyone's emails together. All right, got Mr. Horrific Nightmares JM. Let's get him on there. Some people I might have to post it on Messenger, Facebook Messenger. A couple I might have to send a couple times. So official start time tonight is 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So hopefully I'll have everyone on here by then, so we can really get the show going. Almost got everybody here. All right, Mr. Horror Digest. Got him on here. All right, who else do I need? Random Horror. Mr. Random Horror is our special guest this week on the Horror Hangouts. This month, I should say, because it's a monthly show. All right, so I got Bronco Juggalo Talks Movies, Perfect Nightmares Jam, Lisa Loves, Horror Digest, and Random Horror. So here we go. I'm sending out the mass invite. Bam! There it goes. Invitation posted. So, all right, now I'm gonna. I know Ross and Lisa probably will do better if I post it on their Facebook Messenger. So I'm gonna do that right now.
Hi, Lisa.
Hey, Jason.
All right.
Can you hear me okay?
Hey, we got Lisa Loves here. Welcome, welcome.
Can you?
Welcome, everyone.
Oh, massive delay. Hang on.
Hello there. You guys hear me all right?
Yep.
I can hear you, Sean.
I gotta turn the volume up on this thing. I can barely hear myself.
How are you feeling, Jason?
Crappy.
Oh, dear.
All right, so far so good. We got Horrific Nightmares p.m. and Lisa Love's here already, so we're already ahead of them.
How's Darren feeling?
He's not too bad. He staved off a really bad migraine, so that's good. He's in the other room, so he'll be listening to me.
That's cool.
I think HoRRoRdIgEsT is joined, but maybe there's a problem.
My camera's not working.
Yeah, I was going to say, because there's a picture.
I see his icon.
Yeah, I just heard him. He said his camera's not working properly.
No, I'm trying to get it.
All right, okay, we can hear you, Chris, so that's good.
I'm going to send Ross the link on Messenger.
Hey,
I
Lisa.
don't know if he has that
Yep.
Hangouts thing.
I was talking to Jen
Yeah.
and Shannon, and we're all doing the 31 Days of Horror thing.
Yes, I've seen on Facebook, on the YouTubes.
So every day when I get done my review, I'll send out a message to go and watch you guys as well.
Yay! We'll all do the same, I think, won't we? There's me, you, I'm sure Joe's doing something as well, the horror man. Dave Maggot, Jen, and did you say Shannon's doing it as well? Oh, cool. Happy days. Yeah,
I'm not doing it.
Oh, Sean, come on.
The
I
horror
can't
man's
commit
doing
to that.
something, but he's not doing 31 Days of Horror.
Right. I was trying to watch some videos today, but I couldn't get any watched. The wee man. Children.
With the wee man.
The wee man, yes.
Kid duty, huh?
He had a smile
So
as wide as his...
Okay, son.
I just sent Ross the link on his messenger.
Oh, Nick's here. Hi, Nick. All right, hope you had a nice day.
Well, Nick.
He's just back from a big homecoming day.
Yeah, I talked to him earlier today.
So who else is there? We got
We need Ross, Brad, Ross and Brad. Who else? Is that it?
Maybe I better
Yes.
put it on his messenger too. I think that's how he got it last time.
Yeah, I think the reason last time I had a problem is because I wasn't here when you sent it. If I click on it right away, it's fine. But because I tried to join after, it wouldn't let me, so maybe that's happened.
I feel like I should wear a mask in honor of Rich.
Yeah, somebody should.
He said he's going to try, if the weather's good, to sort of watch. There's Ross is here. Ross is here. Hey,
Ross, how you doing, buddy?
That's nearly all of us.
Hey,
Then.
what's
That's
up,
just
random
just
Ross.
Brad.
Yep.
We got
With his
random
random-
Ross in the house. Welcome
He's
to the
got his
horror hangout.
American specs on in honor of you guys.
There we go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Hey,
Just
Lisa,
waiting for Brad.
Yeah, I sent him the link.
All right, my camera's not working, so till the meantime, we just can continue.
That's fine, Chris. If we can hear you, that's all
That's
that
cool,
helps.
brother.
Hey,
Yeah, I can hear you, Chris.
what's up, Chris?
What's up?
What's up,
I
buddy?
can hear you, but I can't see you.
So I heard you lot talking about 31 Days of Horror.
Yes, Ross is doing it as well.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Yep.
I've finished
What's
filming
your-
I'll plug yours too,
online
Ross.
yesterday.
Did you posted your list, didn't you? Because I'm sure I've seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really good
Yeah.
one as well. Everybody's got really cool movies on their list, so I'm looking forward to this. Loads of recommendations for stuff I haven't seen. Happy days.
Yeah.
Hey Ross, there's one that I just saw that I noticed was on your list, and I never saw it until a few days ago. Near Dark.
Yes.
Yes.
Near Dark. That's going to be day one.
What one is that?
It's that one with Lance Henriksen and what's his name? Who was in Heroes.
I'm terrible.
Bill Paxton.
Yeah, Bill Paxton
Yeah.
is in it. And
I forget watching stuff all the time until I've started, and then I say, "Oh, I've seen this before." That happens to me all the time. That title rings a bell, but that's about it.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I loved it.
that didn't do well
31.
when it came out. that film. It's become like a cult hit over the years.
Yeah, it certainly has.
I'm going to have to write this down because you'll see me scribble. If I hear something that I'm not sure about, I've written near drive. I don't know why. Someone on
Movie Master.
Sorry.
Movie
Massacre
Master.
here.
And Bearded Slasher.
Near Darkest Freaky Dogs.
Hey, Bearded Slasher.
Bearded Slasher.
Hey, should I send?
Should
I send Movie Master the link?
He can't get his camera. I don't think is working. It keeps coming in and out with the. But he said he was going to try and get on the chat to sort of watch.
Oh, okay.
So he'll be sat in the forest on his little chair, watching, without his mask on.
So we're just waiting on Bronco.
Yeah.
I sent it to his messenger. I sent it to the Google Hangouts. So I don't know what else to do.
Brad, if you're listening and you're having issues, put something in the chat so that we know what's going on. Because this happened to me last time.
Yeah.
I was tearing my hair out and somebody was doing the Speeds theme tune. I think that was Rich.
So we still got a few minutes left. Anything you guys want to talk about? I got something.
Right, far away. Happy belated birthday, Sean.
Look at that. Woo!
Oh, it's gone. Put it up. Halloween.
Yeah.
Oh, if we shut up, we'll get to see it.
It's awesome.
Entertainment Magazine.
Have you seen the picture of her holding her head? You know that promo one they've released of Laurie Strode, like at 2 different ages? It's black and white, and she's like holding the other version. Isn't it awesome? Oh, I love it. It's beautiful. It's like a promo shot, and it's got like Laurie Strode with the long grey hair, and then it's got a younger version of her with the short hair. So I think is she maybe kissing her forehead or something? She's holding her head anyway.
Curtis kissing her character's head.
Yeah. Oh, is that what it's meant to be? Right. Yeah. I thought it was 2 sort of versions of. It's awesome though. It's gorgeous.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I did see her on the HoRRoRdIgEsT magazine. That one where it shows like young Laurie Strode on one side and the older one on the other.
Right. Yeah. I'm now up to date. I've only one Halloween left to watch, which is Halloween 2 by Rob Zombie. I've seen all the others now, at last. I'm all caught up.
Did you like Halloween Resurrection?
Halloween Resurrection, is that the one with Busta Rhymes in?
Yeah.
Not particularly, no, it has to be said. No, I didn't. That was awful.
Immortal classic.
I've seen a lot worse. Trick or treat, motherfuckers.
Yes, I have.
I like that scene.
That's Ross likes that scene.
I thought it was going to be a lot worse, put it that way, but it wasn't as bad as I thought. It's really disappointing that the first one is the best, because you're watching it thinking, I couldn't remember, and I was hoping that some of the others were maybe better, but the first one is definitely the best.
Yeah.
I did enjoy the second one.
I look at the trailers for the new one. I've seen the trailers for the new one, and to say they're ignoring all of the sequels that we've had, they're definitely referencing them all.
Are they? So they're referencing them and ignoring them. How are they going to do that?
Well, like the bit in the trailer where she's in the cubicle.
Yes.
Yeah, that's some reference to Halloween 4.
Right, I see what you mean. Right, so they're bringing in an aspect.
When he takes that mechanic's overalls.
I can't. I've only seen one trailer and I've avoided the others because I don't want to say something. I don't want to spoil it for myself. What's that?
I noticed.
Oh, Bronco's here.
There's Bronco Juggalo.
There's a bit in the second trailer of Halloween where Laurie's telling a group of kids to go home and they're wearing like the masks from Halloween 3.
Yes. I do remember that bit.
I noticed the kids were wearing the Halloween 3 mask with the jack-o'-lantern and the
That's all going to be quite good fun, trying to like spot the stuff, recognize the stuff. I'm so glad I've watched them all again. so I know what's going on.
Did you know about?
Yeah, and like Jason said,
Listen, did you know that one about Speed William Shatner's face?
Dear me. Chris is having a moment, but there we go. There we go. Right, sorry, Ross, what were you saying?
You know the mask is William Shatner's face?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
A lot of people say they can't see William Shatner in it, but it looks just like him.
Yeah.
I think so. I don't...
actually said that as well. He went out, he took his grandkids out trick-or-treating on Halloween, and he was dressed as Michael.
All right, I got it.
That's awesome. That's fantastic.
Hey, I've seen where people have made the mask look like William Shatner, and they take the white out of it.
Yeah.
And when they do that, it really looks like him.
Oh, it does. I don't see why people can't see it. It's awesome. What's your favorite mask? From all...
Gotta be the original for me.
Yeah, it is for me as well.
The original. Do you think the Halloween 4, in Halloween 4, do you think his mask looks like Bill Murray?
I didn't. I'm going to look now. I'm going to look. There's one that I do like, and I can't remember what one it is. It may be Resurrection. That looks quite menacing, but I'm not sure what one that was. I watched them all in like a week, so I'm confusing masks.
Really? Resurrection?
No, there's one of the masks that I liked from one of the later ones. Definitely. But I prefer the first one overall. But my second favourite is either Resurrection or what was the one before that? Curse of?
H2O.
Maybe it was that. Maybe it was that one.
Halloween 6 was a good mask. They had a good mask.
Yeah. Maybe it was that. I know it was one of the later ones. I can't remember which one though. I'm useless.
Probably 6. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Bearded Slasher says, I loathe Resurrection, can't stand Busta Rhymes, he destroyed the movie. Yeah, I think we're all in agreement with that, Bearded Slasher. Definitely. Yes, he says, Halloween 6 is my favourite mask. I think that's the one I'm talking about. I know it's a later one.
I can finally see Chris. Hi.
Yep. We're all here. We're all here on time. It's 5 to 11. We're early. There you go. Happy days.
Look at this.
So did we,
What's that, Brad?
I can't hear you now, man.
No, it's cut out. We can't hear you.
I can't hear him either.
I want to know what he's eating, though. I'm hungry.
I didn't eat dinner yet either.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
yes,
I can
hear you.
I said, did we start already, or are we just bullshitting?
No. We're just waffling.
Wait till 6 o'clock.
What's that, Jason?
Oh, we got everybody.
That's Frankie.
We got everybody here.
Oh.
That's Frankie.
Twinkie, did you say?
He likes to sing.
What the hell is that? Why is there squeaking noise going on?
I think Jason's got squeaking a dog toy, I think.
I am, yeah.
At least he admits it.
Oh, dear me, that sounds bad.
Yeah, doesn't feel too good.
Kudos to you for being here, because I honestly thought you wouldn't be. When you're feeling so rough. Good for you.
I wouldn't miss.
Bearded Slasher says, how many Jasons are there? What does that mean?
How many actors have played Jason?
Yeah, but then he wrote LOL after, as if he's... I have a habit of taking a person serious if they're like making a joke. How many Jasons are there? 10. LOL. Is there?
Well, there's
at least 10.
9.
Yeah.
9 or 10 Jasons.
Halloween 6
so
where
far
versus Jason. Oh, Bearded Slasher's name's
Part
Jason.
5 does not count as Jason.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah.
So is Sinister Cinema, too.
Why does Part 5 not count as Jason?
Because...
have you ever seen it, Lisa?
Yeah, what one is that?
The guy that...
You don't
the
remember
guy that
the
plays the copycat.
The guy that plays
Lord.
the copycat.
The guy that
is
plays
this-
the copycat also plays Jason
Spoiler
in the dream
Right.
sequences.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So I've watched them all in the last week.
Do you know that Jason's name was originally going to be Joshua Voorhees?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Oh God, you're talking about Friday
heard
the
about that.
13th. No wonder I'm confused. I thought you were talking about Halloween. I need to watch all the Friday the 13th again. I haven't watched them since like probably I was a teenager, and that's a long time ago. So my next franchise.
Damn, Lisa, what kind of horror fan are you?
I watch new stuff. I don't watch old crap all the time. So I need to watch all of this. I've watched all of the Halloweens last week. I'm going to watch all the Friday the 13th, and there's another one. What's the other franchise? Nightmare on Elm Street. I need to watch all of those again. And then I'll know what I'm talking about. Because I don't remember. I like to watch new things. I like to know what's going on out there. So if I've seen it, I don't watch it again for ages. And then by that time, I've forgotten what was going on. So it's good. It's like seeing it again for the first time.
Pretty much.
I'm too old school for you guys.
Say that again, Sean?
I'm too old school for you guys. All I watch is like old stuff.
Yeah, I might.
Hey, I'm the youngest one here, man.
Yeah.
The old stuff is the best stuff.
Hell yeah.
Just watch Crystal Like Memories 20 times. So you're a big...
Hey, do you guys mind quick?
What, real quick?
Do you guys mind if I do a test real quick?
Yeah, fire away.
Go ahead.
Tell me if you can hear me better with the earphone on.
With it on.
On.
No, it's better before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Thanks.
that's much better. Hi, Adam. Adam's here as well. So that's Jason and Adam we've got in there.
All right, we have 1 minute left, guys.
Jason, are you... This is Jason Slasher, Bearded Slasher I'm talking to. You say you watched Crystal Like Memories 20 times with the mask on. Is that what you're saying? Or am I misunderstanding?
Well, he always wears a mask.
No, I think he means... Oh, yes, you mean doing his videos, yeah. Bearded Slasher wearing a mask watching it.
Every video he has a different mask on.
Yeah, I love the like clown type one he's got. That's awesome. Oh, hello, Kelly.
Yeah.
My best pal's here.
Hello, Kelly.
Probably the only female I know in real life that likes horror as much as me.
Did I tell you I finally saw Hereditary?
Oh, what did you think?
It was really good.
Good. I'm
Really
glad
good.
you liked it. Did you hear that, Kelly? Thought it was really good. Kelly and her partner, Dave, they went to the cinema to see it after I said it was amazing, and they hated it. They thought it was one of the worst things they'd ever seen.
By the way, Lisa, I like your sign back there. It says insert cool shit here. That's awesome.
Not mine. That's my funny husband. I would do it like in the because it runs really late for me. My husband will be in bed kipping, so I can't do it there because I'll keep him up. So, and I don't want to be too loud to wake Isaac up. So my only option is the kitchen. So insert cool shit here. Yes.
What does it have? Good acoustics in the kitchen?
Yeah, echoes.
Yeah, I can definitely hear an echo where you're at. I get a little bit of feedback. Is it just me?
I don't hear anything.
No, I got a feedback now.
I don't hear any feedback either.
Jason said Hereditary left my
It might
jaw
just be because
dropped.
my end.
You
All
sort
right,
of
guys, should we start it?
Yep, far away.
Yeah.
All right, guys, welcome to the Horror Hangout. So we got my guest here, Lisa loves Horror Digest, Horrific Nightmares JM, and Bronco Juggalo Talks Movies. And we have a special guest this month, Mr. Random Horror, Random Ross.
Yep.
All right, so we're going to start off with our first topic for the evening then. Everybody ready?
Yep.
So
In the
first
words of
topic
Rich,
is-
let's fucking do it.
Yeah. So the first topic is Universal Dark Universe. How do they get back on track after 2017's The Mummy is the first part of it. Mr. Ross, your thoughts?
Well, when Russell Crowe turned out to be Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, I thought, oh, is this going to be the start of like a cinematic universe? And that. They had plans for a Bride of Frankenstein reboot. Whether that's happening or not, I don't know. But yeah, if they do it like right, it could work. But it's like the DCEU that took Wonder Woman to get it off the ground. So
bad way to start.
Maybe make a few more films and see where that goes. But they did say the next installment would have been Bride of Frankenstein with Javier Bardem as the monster.
Angelina Jolie.
Right.
Yeah. That's interested me. My interest is piqued by that.
And they want Johnny Depp to be Invisible Man.
Yes, I read that. I actually done some reading before I come on tonight, because I know bugger all about Universal. I mean, I read about Bride of Frankenstein and Angelina Jolie. It's like, yes, please. But they sort of like, they're not too sure if they're proceeding with it now, I read, so who knows?
Yeah, Johnny Depp as the Invisible Man.
I'm already cringing.
You're cringing, Brad. Why? You're not like Miss Jolie?
Just... Oh, no, I love Angelina Jolie just in that role, no. Especially if they go with like a traditional Gothic style. I just can't see her, I don't see Angelina Jolie putting those words out of her mouth.
Oh, I love her. I just love the woman. So I'm a bit biased. I'm just
personally, I think they should just scrap the whole thing. I think they should just scrap everything and hire back Brandon Fraser, and then we'll be good.
That's been done already. Come on. Jason, what do you think?
I could see more of those.
I kind of feel the same way Brad does, that they should just scrap it. Not, of course, Brendan Fraser, but I do think that they need to start over. I'm not quite as patient as Ross is, but I do see your point, Ross. I definitely see your point. But I think they need to go back to being Gothic horror rather than all the flashy
action adventure.
I would like to say that. Bearded Slasher says, John Cena as the Invisible Man, you can't see me.
Oh, we got Michael Myers 101. Hey.
What's Michael Myers' real name? I don't like calling people by their...
I don't know.
What's your name, Michael Myers? If indeed you want us to call you by your real name. If not, I'll call you Michael Myers.
Not everybody does, you know.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying a lot of people don't want you to, do they?
Some people want to be private.
You know, Bill's real name is a closely guarded secret that if I told you, I'd have to kill you.
All right, Chris, what are your thoughts on that?
Can you hear me, man? Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I agree with Jason.
Just scrap it all and start again. Yeah. I like the idea of the Gothic side of things. You know, I think that's what made them strong. The ones I've seen, I'll be honest, I haven't seen all of them, but Bride of Frankenstein's probably my favourite of the ones I've seen. I think they should go with that style, definitely.
Yeah, I agree.
Me personally, I want to see it be straight up horror, like all the way. Like instead of action adventure, like because that's what they did with this one. Was Tom tried to be like the Brendan Fraser one.
Yeah.
I want to see straight up horror.
Do you want to see like R-rated, like proper adult horror? Yeah. I don't know why they don't do 2. Why do they not like do, you know, with ones they release as a lower cert so that they can sell more theater tickets and stuff? Why can they not like release, I don't know, a DVD version of an R-rated version of the movie? I don't know. They'd make more money. I don't know why they don't do it. I'm really hacked off. In the UK, it's different to America. Ross will understand. I said before we have 15 and 18 cert. I'm really hacked off because Venom was meant to be 12A, which meant we could have taken Isaac. But now they've changed it to 15, so we can't see it at the cinema. Gutted.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can't you still take him as long as you're with him?
No. Over here, if
it's a 12A, if you're under 12, you've got to be with an adult.
Yeah, we take him to 12A, so like Star Wars and Marvel stuff. But if it's a 15 or an 18, it's illegal for even if an adult's there. They can't get into anything above a 12, which is just crap.
And I thought ours was confusing.
Yeah, it's. I'm so jealous, and I've seen people on YouTube in America take their kids to see The Nun and stuff. Well, not that I particularly want to see The Nun, but you know what I mean. It's
if it's NC-17, kids can't watch it.
What's that? If it's what?
That's when they just sneak in anyway, like I did. I just snuck in. I didn't care.
That's not fair, though. It's like, oh, I wanted to see Venom at the cinema. Oh, hang on. People are talking in the chat.
I'm one of those people that think it should be rated R. I mean, I don't think the Venom character is going to be served with the PG-13. But that being said, like, we're going back to our topic here. I love those movies.
If you've gone, Brad, no sound.
You broke out again.
We lost you. At any rate, I wanted to get to the second part of that question. So, how should they handle the vampire entry? And what would it take to put the vampire subgenre back on the map?
I think what Jason said, go the whole gothic route with that as well, because it's what works best with vampire stuff, I think. Proper oldie, gothic-y, you know, all that sort of castles and all that sort of crap.
I second that.
Jason, what do you think? Jason, what do you think?
I second that. I think it has to be gothic, and if you're not going to go with gothic, it has to be so different. It has to shake up the lore in order to get people interested again. So,
not Twilight. Adam says, yeah, that was just. I've no words for what Twilight was.
Definitely not Twilight.
Yeah,
actually, I have a great idea on how to bring back vampires with Twilight.
What?
We make a new Blade movie.
Yeah.
I think there should be a new Blade movie where Blade invades the Twilight universe.
And kills everything in sight. Yes, that sounds good to me. Yeah, Kelly says they need to do something completely different. It's become really boring. I agree. They need to be a bit more brutal, I think. I think they've started becoming more romantic, and they need to take it back to being proper bloodthirsty and like Blade. You know, Blade was like, I don't know. It was fast.
Van Helsing.
I'm not that big a fan of that movie. I don't know why, but it's like Underworld. I don't like those either.
Blasphemy.
No, I don't like Underworld either.
You don't like Blade?
Underworld, nobody cares about that.
No.
Blasphemy, you don't like Blade.
I'm sorry. I love Blade. I love Blade. I don't like, what was it that Chris said there? Van Helsing. I don't like Van Helsing.
Oh, nobody likes
that. No, you know what though? That can be watchable and can be fun, but every time I watch it, it's just like, oh my god, there's so many missed opportunities that could have made this so much better.
Yeah, I agree.
We're talking about the quite recent one, aren't we?
Is the biggest problem.
I hate CGI. That's probably a lot to do with it. I cannot stand it. Jason says, "I'll always be a Lost Boys fanboy." Yep, I love Lost Boys. Awesome.
Oh, we got dice rolling in the house.
Dice rolling.
I never have understood people's obsession with Lost Boys. I still don't. It is a mediocre 80s film with a good soundtrack.
Did you see it when you were like really young though? Oh, the soundtrack's awesome.
No, I didn't. I didn't see Lost Boys till I was about 18 years old, so no.
Well, you see, maybe that's it. We saw it when we were like really young.
I think so too. I think you guys got your nostalgia glasses on.
Yeah,
for real.
I would agree to a point.
In Lost Boys, the vampires look a lot like what from what? Well, when I look at the vampires in Lost Boys, I think they look like the vampires from Buffy.
True.
Yeah, definitely Buffy. For
I
real.
need to watch Buffy. I've never seen a whole episode of Buffy. I'm sorry, but I watched half an
I couldn't
episode
watch
and
it.
I had to switch it off.
Yeah, I couldn't watch it either. And it's funny because after Firefly, I'm a huge Joss Whedon fan. But I don't like Buffy.
I've never heard anyone else say that. Everyone hates that I hate Buffy. We've got Cadaver Club in the house as well.
I never
Am I the only person here that likes... Go ahead, Sean, say again.
I never cared much for Buffy. It's too kind of corny for me.
I don't watch Buffy.
What about the spin-off show, Angel?
No, I didn't. I just didn't watch it, so I don't know if it's any good or not. It just doesn't appeal at all. But I could be wrong.
It's almost like Charmed with vampires.
Haven't seen that either. It's
Is it Charmed a spin-off?
I have no idea.
I don't think it was a spin-off, but it's very similar, I think.
I don't think I've ever seen a full episode of that, to be honest.
No. It's very teeny, you know what I mean? Like, aimed at teenagers, that's what puts me right off it.
Yeah.
Chris,
like
what are your
the
thoughts
Vampire
on that?
Diaries.
What was that?
What are your thoughts
It's like
on that?
Vampire Diary. What's that, Sean?
I can't really hear you, Sean.
What's Chris's thoughts on how to put the vampire genre back on the map?
Just more gothic-y, man. You know, I don't know. I really don't like vampire movies, really. Van Helsing was really the only one I really watched.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah.
Damn.
Jason's talking about, what about True Blood? Jason's talking about True Blood in the comments.
It was pretty good for a while. It got a little too out there. I
You don't
like
like
until
that?
like the third.
I wasn't too keen on the werewolves though in it, being like the shapeshifters. Or the,
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
One animal. To me,
I like those.
werewolves should transform in a full moon
Yeah.
Yes.
and walk up on two legs.
I'll be incredibly sexist. They looked hot, so I liked them. My husband is in the comments, and he's just written, I like turtles.
Hello, Darren. Glad you're feeling even better.
I like to. Oh, that's him?
Yes.
Gong Farm. That's what he goes by?
Yeah.
Oh dear, who's that?
Yeah,
coffee?
dude, he's got a great channel. Sean, if you haven't seen his channel, you got.
I haven't seen his channel yet.
He does very few videos. He got fed up and just didn't bother.
I love the zombie videos he does.
What ones is that? I can.
Takes a stand more politically, I think, and it's funny to me. It's.
Oh yes. He has got a habit of aggravating people with his politics.
I still have to find him on Facebook. Yeah, I still have to find him.
Dave added him yesterday. He's on my profile, so just you find him on there.
Okay.
Movie Massacre says, sorry, one of my favorite vampire movies is Steakland. Movie Massacre says.
Yes.
I haven't seen that.
I think I've seen that one. I'm sure I have.
Yeah, that's awesome. Second one was good too.
It's not got Christopher Walken in it.
No, Nick Diamici, I believe, and Danielle Harris.
I'm sure I've seen it. I just can't remember.
It's kind of like Vampires meets a post-apocalyptic world, and it's more of like a cult thing rather than actual vampires.
I'm sure I've seen that.
It's fun, definitely fun.
Bearded Slasher says one of the best werewolf transformations he has seen is in Hemlock Grove.
That's so funny. I was just going to mention that. Have you guys seen that?
I watched about 4 episodes and couldn't watch any more because I thought it was terrible.
I haven't seen it yet.
Either.
It's almost
like
the Van Helsing movie was, in a way. The vampires meeting the werewolves. And...
Yeah.
I'm not good
like
at the Skarsgård in that.
Bearded Slasher, I agree. Daybreaker is an awesome vampire movie. I totally agree with you there.
Yeah,
it's a lot.
Yes.
I like Daybreakers.
Am I the only person here that likes Dracula 2000?
No, I like it.
No, I like it.
I don't know if I've seen it.
I love Dracula 2000. I thought Wes Craven did such an amazing modernizing Dracula.
It was a fun flick. I enjoyed it.
Gerard Butler, Johnny Lee Miller, and Christopher Plummer.
Who did you say was Dracula in it, Ross?
Gerard Butler.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
And it's got Christopher Plummer as Van Helsing and Johnny Lee Miller in it.
Let me write that down. What was it again? What was it called?
Dracula 2000.
Dracula, right? I need to see this then. Phil's
yeah, it's directed by Wes Craven.
Oh, right, okay.
I like the third one too.
There was a few of them.
There was a straight to DVD film called Dracula 3000, where it's Dracula in space.
I haven't seen.
Why do they keep doing this with a space?
I saw that one. Oh my god, I've never seen it, man. Every time I saw it in the video store, I walked right by it.
Yep, pretty much.
Wasn't there one with Jason Lee, the guy that played Bruce Lee in that movie?
Yeah, that was Dracula 2 in the first one. He was in the first one.
Dracula, he's in Dracula 2. Also in Dracula 3. And I'm probably the only person on the planet that likes Legacy, Dracula 3 Legacy. I think it's a good movie, and I like what happens to his character in that movie.
Yeah, I don't know if I've seen that one. I might have it, but I don't think I've seen it.
All right, guys. So there was, you know how we asked the subscribers to give questions?
Yes.
So I have one that ties into this question. So I figured I would do it now. You wanna take that one, Jason?
Horror Metals question?
Yeah.
It's kind of a three-part question. Should the Dark Universe take a more serious and scary tone or be more humorous and comedic? Sean?
Like I said before, I feel it should be more straight up horror, or at least closer to the original, like Universal monsters, that classic gothic horror style. No action, crazy stuff, and crazy CGI. Just maybe some practical effects with some awesome makeup work, like they had in the original, like Mummy and Frankenstein and all that. Let's go back to old school.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're all going to agree with that. Bearded Slasher says, serious and horrific. Too many funny comedic horror films nowadays. I agree. I think it's going to properly put it back on the map. Sorry, Brad, go ahead.
Say that again, Lisa. You broke up.
No, I says go ahead. You were going to speak there, so I was just saying I think they need to be more horrific and bloody and not so funny.
I think
it depends on. I think it just depends on how they do it. If they're going to make a horror film. If you're going to make a action flick with some entertainment and some laughs in it, do it like they did in '99. Don't do what they did with Tom Cruise and just make a piece of crap.
Yeah, that wasn't good, was it?
And by the way, Tom Cruise is probably the most unfunny guy in Hollywood. So.
Oh, I love Tom Cruise. I'm sorry, but I mean, have you seen what's that one?
Tropic Thunder.
Thank you. Tropic Thunder is hilarious.
Yes.
I don't like Tropic Thunder. My favorite is Cocktail. Favorite Tom Cruise movie is Cocktail.
I love Cocktail as well. I'm a big Tom Cruise fan, though, so I forgive him a travesty.
But Lisa, you can't say he was good in The Mummy.
My wife is watching Shrek in the other room.
The Mummy wasn't very good. No, I'll give you that. But it's easy to watch Tom Cruise, even if it's crap. Really.
What do you think?
I'd say that was his first bad performance. So I could say he was bad in that.
Yeah, it wasn't good. It was not good. I don't like. There's another one I don't like. The Magnolia and Vanilla Sky. I don't like those either. But I like all the others.
Vanilla Sky is a remake of a Spanish film.
Is it? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And what was that? Same move, same type of thing?
Yeah. Yeah, Vanilla Sky. I can't remember what it was called in Spanish, but it translated in English as Vanilla Sky.
Kelly agrees with Bronco on Tom Cruise. She's not my best friend anymore. Top Gun is Bearded Slasher's favorite Tom Cruise movie. That's awesome as well.
Hell yeah.
They're doing it. They're doing a sequel. They're supposed to be doing a sequel with
even in
yeah, that too. My wife said Risky Business.
I love
and I have to agree with her on that one too.
Yeah.
That's a fun one.
We got Andrew Bellina in the house.
Hey, Andrew.
Hey, Andrew. What's up, buddy?
What time is it there, Andrew? He's in Australia, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yep. That's my buddy from down under, who I actually thought lived in England, but he didn't. He told me Australia.
Yeah, so saw that. Although I understand that, because see, when you're used to watching American movies all the time, I've always thought this, and you get an Australian or an English accent, I get them confused. And I mean, my husband's English. I used to live in England. I get them confused sometimes. It's easy done.
See, I've never gotten them confused, but Andrew, to me, doesn't. He sounds more English, in my opinion. I hope that doesn't offend you, Andrew.
I think he sounds Australian. I always thought that.
Oh, it's 8:25 on Sunday morning there.
Wow.
Oh, wow. It's a big difference.
It's on the other side of the world.
All right, Chris, what do you think? Should it continue to be scary or humorous and comedic?
Should continue to be scary because horror is not supposed to have comedy in it. The only person that can be comical is Freddy Krueger, man.
And Ash.
Yeah.
Oh, and Chucky. And Chucky.
Yeah.
Don't forget
Yeah.
Chucky.
Oh, yeah, Chuck too. I'll give him that one. What do you think, Ross?
Yeah, just have it old school, you know, like gothic, dark. Maybe even have it black and white for artistic feel.
Yeah.
Like, huge references to, like, you know, original.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. What do you think, Bronco?
Yeah. Like I said, if they're going to do that direction, do that direction.
Mm-hmm.
Don't try to make it in between. I can go with, like,
agree.
an action that's good, but I would much rather have a horror movie.
Yeah.
But these days, they're trying to go for that big summer blockbuster, and I don't think it's going to work there.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, here's the second part of the question. Should it emulate the style of the original Universal classics or also incorporate elements from the Hammer films? What do you think, Sean?
Both, I would say. Bring us a little bit of Hammer and the Universal together would be beautiful. The gothic, maybe the gothic castles and stuff like Hammer, and you know that period style like they had in the Hammer Dracula stuff.
Yeah.
And a classical style, kind of maybe acting the way they talk.
Yeah, I can see that. What do you think, Lisa?
I'm extremely uneducated on all things Hammer because I don't like it. I'm sorry, don't shoot me, but
I do not either.
To me, like really old Universal and Hammer's really similar. But it just is to me. I don't know. Maybe I need to like watch them again. I haven't tried to watch them for years. I just don't. I like stuff like like Edgar Allan Poe stuff, like The Pit and the Pendulum and that sort of thing.
Right.
But I don't like Hammer. I like Bride of Frankenstein. Is that Universal? This shows you my uneducation. I'll sit here and keep quiet for this question.
Me too.
Hang on 1 second, guys. Sean, we have a request. Phil's creepy video asks that you give us the horror corner with the claw.
Am I performing still?
Go on, Sean. Go on. You know you want to.
Good evening, folks, and welcome to the Horror Corner.
That's awesome.
Andrew Belina asked if we watched War of the Buttons and Stitches. Lisa, have you seen those?
I haven't seen War of the Buttons. I think I've seen Stitches. Is that the one with the clown?
Yes, and I love that
I've
movie.
Seen that. I've seen that one. Yeah, I did like that one, but I haven't seen the other one.
I love Stitches.
I watched that with all the pretty nurses when I was dying in the hospital.
Hey, Lisa, your husband seems to love Hammer.
Yeah, my husband loves Hammer. He's a big Hammer fan. Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee and all that stuff.
What do you think, Chris?
Do what now?
Bearded Slashes says,
What do you think about should the style of the original classics or also incorporate some Hammer in there?
I'm with Lisa on this. I'm out on this question.
I wish I could have the same excuse as Chris that I'm too young, but I'm not. I just don't like
that
it.
excuse. I'm too young, man.
I should bring my husband in. He can talk for me.
I get that.
Hey, I'm not too young to be an Elvis fan, so that means y'all aren't too young for these movies.
Ross, what do you think?
Yep.
What do you think, Ross?
Well, like I said in the last answer, you know, like the original feel, black and white, and that. But yeah, Hammer as well, having that mixed in with it. I like to think of Hammer as like the British version of Universal horror.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say. So I'm right with you.
That is a great analogy.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. That's funny. All right, now we have the last part of the question is how closely should they follow the original movies from the 30s and 40s, and what new twist should they put on them? Sean?
I think it should follow pretty closely to the original film with Boris Karloff. Like 100% follow that same plot. And maybe even do like they did, like not show him until later in the movie. Like make it a suspenseful build up. And then bam, show him with like badass makeup and
yeah.
That's my thoughts on it.
What do you think, Lisa?
I'm not going to comment because I know nothing about this, honest to God. I don't want to waste anyone else's time, so best talk to the other. I just like the really old Gothic style. I think they should stick to that. But outside of that, I know nothing.
I'm with Lisa on this.
Well, that's exactly what I was going to say, Lisa, is they should have gone with like the period pieces from the 30s and 40s.
Yeah.
That used to do in as well as with Hammer. But what do you think, Ross?
Yeah, give it that 30s feel.
Yeah.
Lisa, have you seen Mary Shelley's Frankenstein with Kenneth Branagh?
Oh, I love it. I love it, yes.
Yeah.
And Robert De Niro as Frankenstein. It's so amazing.
That's my favorite Frankenstein movie. Oh. I love it. I love that movie.
A lot of people hate on that.
That's my wife.
See, I think...
Do you say that's your wife's favorite, Sean?
Yes.
Yay, Christy.
Yeah.
What about Bram Stoker's
I like
Dracula?
that, and I like Brian De Palma's Dracula. I think if they just did more like that, would be great.
Yeah, I love that movie. I think who just said Bram Stoker's? Was that you, Ross?
Yeah.
I didn't like that one. Keanu Reeves spoiled it for me. It was awful.
Yeah, he's the only film I haven't liked, but the rest of the
Come on, he was good in that movie.
I like Keanu Reeves, but not in that. It just wasn't right. No,
it wasn't one of his.
You don't
surfer or something like that. It just didn't fit.
I don't think
you don't think he should be saying "whoa" in ancient England, huh?
Dudes.
Whoa.
Kind of off too.
What do you think, Ross?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like Keanu Reeves, but to me, I don't find his performances memorable. But I sometimes forget he's in that.
Yeah. Apart from John Wick, that's good.
Yeah, John Wick.
I just thought Gary Oldman did great as Dracula.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, he was awesome. He was awesome.
I haven't seen that.
Awesome makeup job too.
Yeah. And I still say it looks just like Hillary Clinton. Anybody tells me I'm wrong, I'm gonna call them a liar.
Yeah.
My husband says it's good, but it's not Karloff. Sorry, what'd you say, Jason?
Which one was Brian De Palma's? Was that the one with Frank Langella as Dracula?
No, that one was with Gary Oldman as Dracula.
Who?
Well, that was Francis Ford Coppola, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Brian De Palma. I thought I missed a Dracula there for a minute.
I haven't seen that one. My husband's favorite is Karloff. Boris Karloff.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is that the 1922 one? No, it's Nosferatu. Oh no, that's awesome. That's one of the few really old movies I love. I love that.
That is great.
Have you seen the remake? The remake of Nosferatu?
I have.
Yeah, I have.
I like it. I do like it, but it's nowhere near as good as the original.
I agree.
You know, when Nosferatu first came out, people...
Did they? I suppose for that time it was really innovative, wasn't it? There was nothing at that time like that, so it must have been really frightening. Is it still quite scary today? The imagery in it?
Yeah,
when that film came out, Bram Stoker's widower put a lawsuit on that, and they had to destroy the film.
Yes, you're right, yes. Because they just nicked it, didn't they?
But there were some people that hanged on to it.
Yeah, they basically just copied the story of Dracula, didn't they?
Yeah.
They just call him
German film.
Sorry, we lost you there, Sean. What did you say?
They just called him Count Warlock instead of Dracula.
Yes,
exactly.
yes.
Do you guys want to see what I gave in to my daughter for?
Oh my God, what's he called or what's she called?
Her name is her name is Polka Dot.
Oh, bless her. Look at that. What type of doggy is she?
Yeah. Broke her leg.
Can't get enough dogs.
What can I say? I'm such a softie.
Yeah, well, you have to have dogs.
Are you a pushover, Brad?
Sean says, "Are you a pushover?"
Now I've got 3.
3 dogs?
No, but now I have 3.
3 dogs?
Yes.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I love 3 dogs. I used to have 3 dogs. I'd love 3 dogs again.
That's why you threw the fussy.
All right, Sean, buddy. All
right, shall we move on to the next topic of discussion?
Yep.
Yep.
Let's do it.
All right, so this involves the Alien franchise. So the first part of the question is, what is your favorite movie in the franchise?
The first.
I have trouble hearing you, Sean.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, you keep going down in volume, Sean.
What is your favorite movie in the franchise?
The first film.
Yes, me too.
Yeah, I love the second one as well, but I have to go with the first one.
The first
Part 2.
one.
Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? 1 and 2, but yeah, 1 only just.
What franchise?
Well,
Alien franchise, Chris?
Yeah, the second one.
All right. Okay.
Aliens.
Good man, we got some fresh blood in here.
It's good to hear different.
What was
Bill and I will actually be reviewing Aliens next week.
Are you gonna do the whole franchise, Brad, or just the Aliens?
We are we're doing Alien next week. We are going to do the entire franchise, then the Alien versus Predators and the Predator films.
Right. Okay.
I recently saw that. The Predator.
What's that, Ross?
So we'll probably take.
I recently saw the Predator.
Did you go see it at the cinema?
Yeah.
Is it
It
bad?
was awesome.
Did you say it was good, Jason?
I thought it was good. I enjoyed it.
I've been hearing really bad reports. Right, okay. Cool. That's good to hear.
I mean, as long as you're not going in expecting Shakespeare, you're fine.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't think anybody.
Aliens 2 is definitely the best one in the franchise.
When it comes to Predator, really the only one I like is the original.
It's the only one I've seen.
This one was
I've seen the remake.
You don't like part 2?
Nah.
What did you think to the remake?
I thought the remake was kind of the most like the original than any of them have been.
Yeah. The only ones I've seen is the original and the remake, and I've only seen the remake because Adrian Brody's in it. I'm a pervert.
Oh, that wasn't a remake. That was just some. I'm sorry, but he was the worst part of that movie.
Oh no, I'd watch him anything. I don't care what he's doing. I'd watch him doing nothing.
Yeah, he was. I don't believe him as a badass. I just don't.
Yeah, it was a bit cheesy. I will agree with you there. He's better in stuff like The Pianist and that sort of thing. He's more of a drama actor.
Exactly. But though I can see him as like a serial killer, but not as a badass. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I agree.
Did you see
Chris, on the great debate there, Alien versus Aliens? What is it you think that makes it better than the original?
Did you hear that, Chris? It was quite low.
Sean, I can't hear you, man.
Sean said, "What do you think made Aliens better than the first one, Alien?"
Oh God, it's been a while since I watched those.
Was it because we got more aliens in it?
It was gorier, wasn't it?
Yeah.
A lot of action too.
Yeah, it was the first one I saw, so I think that's why it sort of sticks in my mind. But having rewatched them all, I go back to the original, but I still love the second one.
Yeah, the second one's a good movie.
Yeah,
the difference for me is in Alien, it just worked on all levels. Like it had the horror. It's equally great as a sci-fi movie. The performances are absolutely outstanding across the board. Every character is great. And the suspense, the slow burn build up, everything about it is awesome. And I love how right in the middle of the movie, Ripley suddenly becomes the main character, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it's a woman now that's the leader.
Yeah, Ripley was originally wrote as a man.
I'm so glad they changed it. Honestly, that character I love that character.
Ripley?
See,
Yes.
Yeah.
Here, my husband's calling Adrian Brody Big Nose. After that.
Yeah. For real.
I love his nose. Leave his nose alone. Your nose is big too.
Oh, we got Geek Legion of Doom in there.
Oh, hello, Leo. There's a lot of different viewpoints for Alien. Kelly and her partner like different ones. She prefers Alien. Dave likes Aliens. Andrew Ballina, the first Alien. Bearded Slasher, Aliens, because it introduced the Queen Alien. And Andrew, Adam, Alien, then Aliens.
And then he threw Sharknado in there. What the hell is that about?
Original Alien from Cadaver Club.
I also feel like in Aliens, Ripley became more of herself. Ripley was more developed in Aliens than she was an alien.
Yeah,
and she was much more of a badass, and it was just a lot more fun.
It's one of the things that tears me between the two because I prefer the Ripley of Aliens. Like you say, she was more into herself in that one, more central to the plot, but I still love the old one.
Yeah, but don't.
And I know you guys are gonna.
What were you saying, Sean?
I was just gonna say, don't you think some of the characters in Aliens were a little corny, like some of those soldiers? I hate to say Bill Paxton, but it's a little corny.
Yeah. When you watch it back now,
like everybody was good.
I think if think you watch a lot of things back now, they appear corny, but at the time, I don't think it did. Not for me, anyway. I know I didn't say it when it came out originally, but it's corny rewatched. But if you watched it at the time, I didn't think it was corny at all.
Are you okay, Jason?
Yeah, I'm good.
Don't die on us. You sound almost as bad as I did a couple weeks ago.
I feel about that bad.
You coming back to life?
Yeah, man.
I know you guys are probably going to give me shit over this, but I've never thought of Alien, the entire franchise, or Predators. I've never thought of either of those as horror films. I don't consider them horror at all. They're not scary.
You don't think
I just
Alien
always
is
consider
scary?
them science fiction.
Yes, what I say. Files what that's that is.
You know, looking at sorry, Jason, go on.
I think the first Alien is a horror film. It's like a slasher in space.
Yeah.
Right.
But the second one, I see more of his action as well.
Yeah.
Right.
There's a lot of love in the chat for Aliens. That looks like it's just about coming out on top, from what people are saying. Rich prefers the first one. It's more of a horror to him.
So was Alien versus Predator an Alien film or a Predator film?
What's that, Chris? I'm sorry.
Did you guys hear that?
I think they were talking about Aliens, Chris. Not Alien versus Predator then, I think.
I think he said, do you think of it more as an Alien film or...
Oh, I see. Yeah. Right, okay. I can't remember having seen it, so I'll stay out of that one.
I think of Alien versus Predator Requiem more as an Alien film.
Yeah, I agree.
Lisa, I think I'm going to turn gay, come over to Ireland, and take you away, or take your husband away from you.
What's he saying in the comments?
Wow.
He just put in the comments. He put, "Yep, I'm currently passing stoolage to box up and send to you for that comment."
Oh, did you say you didn't like Star Wars?
Oh my
dear,
God.
you don't say that to Darren. Oh dear me. If you can get that man to give you a serious comment, I tell you, he can't do it. He just cannot do it.
He doesn't really.
He loves Star Wars.
I thought so.
Aaron does?
Love Star Wars. I just watched Solo last night for the first time.
Did you like it?
I did. It was exactly what I thought it was going to be, which was just a fun heist movie.
Cool. I liked it too. I thought it was really good.
I mean, it's not near the best in the series, but it's a good movie.
Yeah. Definitely a good addition.
I don't care what anybody says. So far, Disney's batting 1,000. If you ask me, I liked every single movie they've put out so far.
I agree. I like them as well. I was actually thinking
that... You like everything about Last Jedi?
Come on. I love Last
Disney was on horror before too long.
You're killing me.
I love Last Jedi.
Don't say that, Chris, please. We don't want Disney doing horror. No. I do like the Star Wars ones, though.
Oh, man.
Disney does do horror. Don't they own Lionsgate?
I don't know, do they?
Disney were once in the frame to make Alien, but they thought it was too violent, so they didn't bother.
Say that again, Rod.
Alien, originally it was given to Disney, but they turned it away because they thought it'd be too violent and that.
Right, okay.
Oh, wow.
Really?
They did make a ride in Tomorrowland, which was dangerously close to like an alien experience.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Interesting.
I did not know that. That's interesting.
It's like
I guess so. Shall we get to the second part of that question?
Yeah. What's the next part, Sean?
Our thoughts on the future of the franchise. Are we happy with Ridley Scott's handling of the Alien franchise currently, or should another director take over?
Ross?
Ross?
Tough one.
Well, I didn't like Prometheus. I mean, Prometheus was obviously about finding their planet. I did like Alien Covenant more, but we only got a grand total of one xenomorph in that, and that wasn't even until like the final act of the film. But they did plan like 2-3 sequels to Prometheus. So I'm hoping if they do another one, that one will hopefully give it some, I don't know, a bit more justice, maybe.
Yeah.
Because it kind of did leave it open for the next one. When Michael Fassbender's android character had like spawns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I did that.
Jason, what do you think?
I completely agree with Ross. I'm a fan of Prometheus, and I really enjoyed Alien Covenant, and I'd like to see it stay in the hands of Ridley Scott, see what he can do with it, because I think there's more to discover in the franchise.
Yeah. Andre Ballina says Covenant was really disappointing for him. Kelly says she's liked all the films in the franchise.
I have too. I don't hate any of them, but
I preferred Prometheus.
What's that, Lisa?
I've actually preferred Prometheus to Covenant. I think Michael Fassbender was excellent in it, but they're nowhere near as good as the Alien movies, though.
I think I agree with you on that one.
I loved Prometheus. I think Prometheus is a flat-out masterpiece.
I liked it, yeah.
I just loved that movie. Oh, it's so good. And I really felt like the entire time I was watching Alien Covenant, I was like, all right, this is right on the verge of getting good, and then it just disappointed me. I just didn't like Covenant as much. I feel like it was a lot of missed opportunity, and they concentrated way too much on David, and instead of what they could have been doing with the Xenomorph.
Yeah, I do agree with that, actually.
I do love the way it ended, though. I love the way it ended with him on the ships getting wild. I thought that was. I was like, okay, they're opening this up for something more, hoping that leads to something bigger and more. I think Ridley Scott's doing okay, though. I think it's his creation, kind of like with the Child's Play thing. I think it needs to stay with that. I don't want somebody else like MGM taking over and screwing it up.
I agree.
Legion of Doom says Alien and Predator are going to be owned by Disney soon.
Wow.
Disney have just bought Fox. Oh no! What?
Yeah, Disney did buy Fox.
Oh, can you imagine?
Disney bought Fox and they're about putting like X-Men and Fantastic Four into the MCU.
Man, pretty soon.
They're gonna have too much power.
Pretty soon, we're all gonna be owned by Disney.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
We're gonna be physically owned by.
Mao's taking over the world.
Rich says, I think the thing should be left alone. Just because it does well doesn't mean a sequel should be made.
True.
Yeah. Good point.
I don't think Covenant did that well. I
did not
expect a lot better than it did, and I don't think it did that well. Boy, that was fun to see on the big screen, though. That was so much fun. I had a ball.
I thought that Prometheus was definitely more of a science fiction movie than videos.
Yeah, it was.
Very almost like where do we come from kind of.
Yep.
It's interesting and great visuals.
What do you think, Sean, about the future?
What?
What do you think about the future of the Alien franchise?
I think he's doing all right with it, but I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's not like the original films, really. It's
true.
Almost like a Star Trek or real sci-fi thing going on. I would like to see more horror in there, like they were trying to do with Covenant towards the middle there.
Me too.
I wanted to see what that guy Neil Blomkamp was thinking about. He was talking about bringing Ripley back and everything, and on that guy, what was his name? The guy from Aliens, Michael Biehn. He was supposed to bring him back into it. I want to see that.
Hey, maybe you guys can answer. Maybe you guys can answer a question for me. It's something I've been thinking about for years. One of the few things I liked about Alien versus Predator was it gives backstory on the Weyland Company.
Yeah.
Right.
Who is the girl at the end of Alien versus that shows up to get the gun with the two Japanese guys? What is that?
I think she was.
They were going to go.
The final girl from Alien vs. Predator. Obviously, a different actress.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. It's been a while since I've seen those.
Could be
It was
interesting.
the post-credit scene, and I've been forever.
You know what I liked about the Alien vs. Predator is how the Predator
to maroon your
like
husband.
Guy working with the Weyland Company against the alien.
Anybody know what happened to Chris?
That was a good question.
Has he dropped out? Oh no.
He disappeared.
Michael Myers said Alexa Woods is the final girl in Alien vs. Predator.
Yeah, she is.
I liked her character. I'm not a big hater of that movie. I actually like that movie a little bit.
I don't mind either one of them.
I like that they brought
not,
back Henriksen there.
What's that, Sean?
Right.
I like that they brought back Lance Henriksen.
Yeah.
Yes. Requiem could have been a. Go ahead, Sean. I'm sorry. I don't mean to cut you off. It's just I can barely hear you.
Sequel to like Aliens, proper sequel with Michael Biehn and Ripley and maybe even Bishop.
You keep dropping out, Sean. I can hear like a really. Can anyone else hear something like a mechanical sound, like a fan or something? Can you hear it?
No. Mm-mm.
I can hear like a sound like a printer or something mechanical, really loud.
Go ahead.
Can you still hear it now?
Go ahead, Bronco. What were you gonna say?
First off, Sean, I'm sorry I cut you off. I can barely hear you.
Sorry, guys.
All right, so we'll move on to the next one.
The only thing I wanted to say real quick was that I think AVP Requiem could be a freaking masterpiece if you could only see the movie.
Yeah. We're very dark.
That's what Bearded Slasher says. You can't see shit. They dropped the ball on cinematography.
Yeah, I agree.
Hey, Brad, you got your wife here.
Oh, yeah, she's here.
Hey, guys.
Hello.
She didn't know she was in the shot. Okay, she's gone now.
Photo bomb.
Where's
Chris?
Chris?
I can't see you at all, Brad. The whole time. For some reason.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's there.
Your camera doesn't want to break by putting my face on it.
All right, guys, you want to move on to the next one?
Yeah.
Sure.
And this was one that Jason came up with, a segment that I guess wants to have every month called What the Hell? And his question is, sorry, Lisa, what the hell happened to the Hammer Films comeback?
Actually, Lisa, you shouldn't be scared about this one because Hammer Films did a whole bunch of newer films, but all of a sudden they just dropped off the map.
I have seen a few, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Well, yeah, they've done some good stuff lately that I didn't even know was Hammer till I saw it on the back of the box.
Same here.
Right.
I didn't know them.
Yeah. I think the last one I saw from Hammer that was most recent was the Woman in Black 2.
Yeah. I think that was the last one. Pretty sure.
Yeah.
I wasn't a fan of those at all.
And that was a while ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, quite a while.
I watched something just the other day that was a Hammer film, and now I can't remember what it is.
It's not Wakewood, is it?
Wakewood was really good.
That's a good one, yeah.
Yeah.
They did Let Me In. Yeah, The Resident's good too.
I like that one. The Resident, Hilary Swank.
Yeah, I like that one too. Yep. Oh, yes.
Christopher Lee was in that.
Christopher Lee.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, The Quiet Ones was another one.
Yes, I did see that quite a while ago. I didn't know that was Hammer either until you told me, actually, Jason.
Yeah, it was okay. That was
Which one, Jason?
The Quiet Ones.
Which one?
The Quiet Ones.
I
haven't seen that one.
Oh, I thought he was making a joke. Because you said The Quiet Ones, I thought it was what? What?
See them, so. What?
Yes, it's 2 minutes to midnight.
I fell for that
Jason,
one.
Jason, what are your thoughts on that?
I don't know what happened to them. They seemed like they were coming back big with Let Me In and The Resident, of course, Wakewood, and The Woman in Black, having Daniel Radcliffe in there.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden, we just kind of dropped off the face of the earth, and I don't understand what happened.
It seems that way.
Yeah. I mean, they even had the really nice intro and everything.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
So I don't know what happened to them.
Maybe they should find a new Cushing and Lee.
What's that, Ross?
Maybe they should find a new Cushing and Lee, a new horror double act to like take over for.
Oh, would that be possible though?
Yeah, there's no replacing them, but I'm sure you could come up with something similar.
Like
a couple classy actors.
Maybe they would fare better. Yeah, maybe they would fare better at doing the vampire and werewolf and mummy films. Who knows?
That's what I think.
I'd be interested to see that, definitely.
I think that would be great.
Old school.
What do you think, Brad?
Honestly, I don't know how well I can speak on the subject because a lot of the newer ones, like I said, I didn't realize they were Hammer movies until I would see stuff in their credits or whatever say it's a Hammer film. As far as the original ones, I really like the original ones, but I haven't seen enough of them to be like a fanatic or anything. Let Me In 2010 was a great Hammer film. Yeah, I just watched that the other day. I couldn't remember what the name was.
Yeah, that is
Let
awesome.
Me In.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
It's a brilliant movie, and I haven't seen I actually haven't seen the original. I hear it's even better.
It is.
It is better.
Yeah. What is it? Is it Swedish or Danish? The original?
I think it's Swedish.
Yeah, Swedish. It's creepier, but the remake was a really good job, I have to say.
It was almost shot for shot.
Yeah.
I thought it was great.
Yeah.
I thought it was one of the best remakes of recent years.
Yeah, it was very good.
Yeah.
Like
You should
Chloe
watch
Grace did a really good performance in that.
I'm trying to think of the guy's name. Richard Jenkins, that's his name. He was really good in that, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And, all right, so I think Lisa's going to like the next one.
Uh-oh.
It's not about something 50 years old. Yay!
Yes. Well, it could be, I guess. But I'm sure for you it won't. Also, next one is each member talk about one movie to recommend or spotlight. Lisa?
Yay.
You see, I've already said probably what mine is. Someone recommended it here the last stream, and whoever it was, thank you. The Host, the Korean 2006 movie.
Yes.
Great.
Oh my God. I loved it. I'd never seen it. No, but someone recommended it in the stream. I don't remember which one of you it was.
I think it was Jason.
Oh, but oh my God, I loved it. Just everything, the effects, the story. They didn't like skimp on the storyline. The actors were fantastic. The ending, they didn't cop out. It was an amazing ending as well. Love it. If you haven't seen it, anyone in the chat, if you haven't seen The Host, watch it. It's awesome. Loved it.
Oh, I was going to say, let me pull out the case. I have it right over here somewhere. I love that movie. It's a great movie.
Oh, awesome. I'm just trying to go down the letterbox to see if anything else stands out, but nothing was as good as that I've watched recently. That just was above and beyond most things I've seen recently. Apart from Hereditary, but we've all seen that.
Ross, what's your recommendation?
I know it's quite a lot. I love the film Dog Soldiers.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
I would also say like Doghouse. That's a fun film to watch.
Doghouse, I haven't heard of that one.
Yeah,
What's that?
It's a comedy, British comedy horror where like a group of blokes that are like being kicked out by the wives and that just decide to go out on a lads' weekend to this village, and then there's like this whole horde of female zombies. There's like a viral outbreak where women just turn to zombies.
I haven't seen that.
It's a lot.
What's that?
Only women though?
Yeah, just women. And,
yeah, I love that one. That movie's hysterical.
Yeah. Yeah. It stars Danny Dyer, Noel Clarke, and Stephen Graham.
Yep.
That's who stars.
That sounds like a good one.
Oh, you see, I might have seen that. Now you've said Danny Dyer. Was he in another like comedy horror?
Severance.
Yeah,
yeah,
Severance.
That's the one I thought. Yeah, that was awful.
That's from the same guy that directed the 2004 Creep.
You see, I didn't like Creep, and everyone loves that movie. I just didn't like it at all.
You didn't like Creep?
No. Is that the one about the weird guy living in the middle of nowhere? No, I didn't like it.
Yeah.
No, the one about there's a 2004 horror called.
Are you on about the one in the underground?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Really like that.
That was a good movie. I really enjoyed that.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Two movies called Creepshow, and one of them is like a. What year was that one in the underground, Ross?
2004.
Check that one out, Sean, if you haven't seen it. 2004, Creep. It's really good.
London Underground.
Yeah, that one's a good one.
And then there's the found footage one, which is a completely different film.
Oh, I don't think I've seen it. Oh no, I don't. That's the one I don't like.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. Werewolf Mask.
Yeah.
Werewolf Mask.
They've got Creep 2 at the minute on Netflix, but I haven't seen that.
I haven't even seen Creep 1 yet.
It's a good movie, Brad. I think you'd like it.
Yeah. Has some twists and turns in it.
All right, Brad, what's your recommendation?
Do you mind if I give two? Because one's a horror and one's not a horror.
Sure, why not?
Okay, in the horror movie, I got to go with Dark Floors. If you haven't seen Dark Floors, especially if you're a heavy metal fan, it's a really good movie to see because it stars the band Lordi and it's their movie.
Dark
They helped
Floors.
write it and everything. Dark Floors. It's a brilliant. I think it's a brilliant movie. It's released by Ghost House,
right?
And basically, there's a little girl that's in the hospital, and she has visions of this supernatural force that's coming into the hospital to kill everybody. And it actually stars the band Lordi. And if you get the DVD, you got to check out the music videos that come with it because it's absolutely amazing. I love it.
Right, I'll take a note of that one.
And then my non-horror one that I think everybody needs to see, and I plug this movie every chance I get, is Fanboys.
Yes.
I love that movie.
I absolutely love Fanboys. It was filmed almost entirely right here in New Mexico. The shop that they work at is a shop that I go to all the time. The coffee shop that's supposed to be in Austin, Texas. Yeah, all those are real places here in Albuquerque. And that shop is actually called Comic Warehouse here in Albuquerque.
I love the part when the guy's like, when he sees the Star Trek phaser, like Trek.
Yeah.
Like, get the hell out of here.
I love when he calls him Garfunkel. And then one of my favorite lines is the last line of the movie. The last line of the movie when they're like, guys, what if it sucks?
Yeah.
I was just like, that's because I'm one of those people that loves the prequels, and I love episode 1. It's one of my favorites. But I just thought that was amazing because so many people,
when it came out. What if it sucks?
Yeah. But oh man, I just love that movie. It's so much fun. And if you're a Star Wars fan, you haven't seen it, it's just, and then all the cameos that are in it. I mean, it's got Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes, and I love their bit. That's so hilarious.
Yeah.
It's got William Shatner.
Carrie
Fisher.
Carrie Fisher.
All the cameos. Seth Rogen actually plays 2 different. No one was him. It doesn't look anything like him.
That was so funny.
I think he plays 3 roles.
I know he plays the main Star Trek nerd, which doesn't look anything like him. And then he plays the pimp. I don't know about anybody else he plays.
Yep.
And then also it's got Danny Trejo. It's got it's got Billy D. Williams as Judge Reinhold. I love that.
Judge Reinhold.
Yeah.
Say goodbye to Cadaver Club.
Later, Cadaver Club. Hope you enjoyed it.
Bearded Slasher has said nothing but trouble with Demi Moore.
I can't hear you.
Can barely hear you, Sean. I think he said nothing but trouble with Demi Moore and Dan Aykroyd. Is that right?
Yes.
Haven't seen that either.
I haven't. I've never seen it. I haven't seen it. I have it though.
It's pretty bad.
I have a question for you, Brad.
Say that again.
I have a question for you about your Dark Floors movie.
What's up?
That little girl in the hospital, did she not get on your nerves about the red and blue crayons?
No, not really, because I very much felt like I just really felt for her as like, man, this little kid's messed up, you know?
No, not me. I wanted to strangle her. Stick one of the crayons down her throat. She was just too much.
Oh, Jason.
Oh, man.
And what's you and child actors?
Bearded Slasher has
Did you like the movie, though?
I did. I didn't think it was great, but I enjoyed it because I liked the band. I thought they were fun.
Well, I'm not saying it's a masterpiece. I just liked it. I liked the movie, I think, and not a lot of people have heard of it. You know.
That's true. That's true.
And I love Lordy. I'm a huge Lordy fan, so Lordy all day, every day.
I didn't even know who they were before I watched the movie, to be honest with you.
Oh, you don't watch the Eurovision.
Hey, Brad.
Yo.
I agree with the guy in the movie Fanboys. My version would be Rush every day, all day. When you play that truck. That's me.
Yeah, man.
In my van, it's Rush all the time. All Rush, all day.
That was my favorite
Rule
part.
number 2.
Yeah.
No jerking it in my van.
That was awesome.
Yeah, you have to see that, Lisa. It's so funny.
Yes, I've written that one down. I haven't seen it.
And if you guys, Lisa, as big a Star Wars fans as your husband is, if he hasn't seen it, he'll love it.
Right, good. That'll do. We'll get that one watched. Bearded Slasher is asking, has anyone seen Nothing But Trouble with Chevy Chase and Dan Aykroyd?
I haven't.
No, I haven't seen that.
No,
I'm not a big Chevy Chase fan.
I am. I like him.
I like Three Amigos, and I like the original. I like Christmas Vacation. That's it.
Yeah.
What about Caddyshack?
Yeah, Caddyshack. Yeah.
Caddyshack was more Bill Murray for me. I like Caddyshack.
Everybody in that was great. So Jason, what's your pick?
I'm gonna throw two out because Lisa didn't use this one. I'm gonna say Hereditary because I enjoyed it. It was fun. I will say I was a little disappointed that it turned out to be another possession movie. I thought it was going to go a little bit deeper than that, but I did really enjoy it, and it did have some genuinely creepy moments in it.
Yeah. Has everyone seen it?
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
All right. We'll not say anything to spoil it for Sean then. I was just going to tell you moments that freaked me out, but I'll not say anything.
I thought it was a slow burn, but like an interesting slow burn where you got to keep watching to see if you see what goes on next. One slow burn that I didn't like was It Comes at Night. I hate that film.
Yes, I agree. I didn't like it either.
You didn't like that either. My wife didn't like it either. It Comes at Night.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one yet either.
It's okay. It's nothing special.
Lisa, I take back my offer to.
Is it giving you a Walking Dead spoiler?
Lisa, I take back my offer to gay marry your husband because he just spoiled Walking Dead for me.
No, hang on.
I didn't.
If you haven't seen on The Walking Dead, now hang on. We can't not talk about stuff you haven't seen from years ago.
I can't. I cut my cable last year right in the middle of that season.
Ooh.
So I don't know what's going on right now.
No, you don't.
You're not missing much, believe me. You really are not missing much. And this is from someone that likes The Walking Dead. It just should have ended ages ago.
I'm with you.
I still like it. Because it's a comic book, it has plenty of stories to go on. I just think they're making some weird decisions on cast and who's dying, who's not.
I think the fault with The Walking Dead is it's got too many episodes, and they clearly just don't know what to do with some of the characters. So they're making these bottled episodes where it's focusing on one lot of the group 1 week, then another group. I think what they need to do is they need to just cut it down to maybe 10 episodes, and put more action in there.
That could work, Ross. You remember when it first came out, it was only 6 episodes in that first season. And I was like, oh man, that sucks. I want to see more. But now that it's gone on, if they would condense the stories down to maybe, the key story people and do 6 episodes that are really good, it's better than 10 episodes that leave so many open ends that you don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
That's true.
Bearded Slasher just said something that I'm agreeing with. He stopped after the prison season, which I did as well. But then everybody was talking about Negan. Everyone was like, oh, this horrible person. So I went back and watched 2 seasons, 3 seasons back to back. And it was much better, binging it, than it was one a week.
Yeah, see, that's they keep sucking me in, with things like
I've left it, and everyone was going on about Negan, this horrible, nasty man, so I went back to it.
I don't think it'll last much longer when he's got Andrew Lincoln.
Say that again, Ross?
I don't think the show's going to last much longer with Andrew Lincoln leaving.
Exactly.
Yeah. Supposedly he's going to go back and direct.
Right, okay.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be the same way. I can't imagine it being the same way. He's the leader,
Yeah.
Most important.
You ready for the next topic, Sean?
Yeah, sure. So the next one involves one of our very own, who unfortunately is not with us this week. He's out filming a movie. We're going to talk about Groundhog, just an open discussion on the Groundhog film.
Yeah.
Who wants to start?
I'll start.
All right.
I enjoyed it. I love low budget slashers. Anything silly and low budget, I pretty much adore. For the most part, it had a lot of fun gore in it. It had a lot of over the top acting, which was a lot of fun. The only thing I didn't like, and I'm totally with Bronco Juggalo on this one, is that fake snow. It just drove me up the wall.
I thought it was funny.
I couldn't take the fake snow. It just didn't seem to fit.
Yeah, I agree.
But as far as everything else, the acting was what you would expect from a low-budget horror film. The gore was so much fun. It was just, it was fun. I loved it. I thought it was a lot of fun. So.
Yeah, I would agree with everything that you said there, Jason. I think people that like to watch a lot of horror like us are used to watching things that are like the low budget ones. They're not going to be like something you go to the cinema to watch that's like multi-million pound, you know what I mean? And they're comparing small independent movies to those, which you cannot do. You just can't do it. Yeah. But for a low budget horror movie, it was, like you said, it was a lot of fun. I don't think it was to be taken too seriously, which a lot of people tend to do with these things. But yeah, It was fun. I loved I'm not going to say anything massive here, but I love the paintbrush bit. That just cracked me up. Oh, Bearded Slasher. Gonna watch it. Yeah, Jason, definitely check it out. It's well worth watching. And like you say, it's a mate, and we need to support our mates, don't we?
Yeah,
we certainly do.
Definitely. I'm starting to hate Hollywood as more as it goes along. I'm hating Hollywood and kind of reverting back to the lower budget stuff because it just seems like it's made with more heart.
And there's more originality as well, I find, coming out of smaller movies.
Yes.
I agree. Yep.
It just depends on what it is. I mean, some of them, sometimes I see a certain big blockbuster or Hollywood film and I'm like, thank God this had a budget behind it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, what's wrong, Brad? Didn't you like the Cockface Killer?
By the way, fuck you for making me review part 2.
There's a part 2? There's a part 2?
There's a part 3.
I know.
What?
I could have went that far.
And I got an email from Rob the other day, and he's sending me another box. Maybe that'll be in it.
Yeah, there you go. Hopefully the last 2 will be in there.
Something else for me to ship off to Joe.
Yeah.
I wanted to say some things. I'm sorry?
I said you're next. What are your thoughts on Groundhog?
First thing first, I didn't realize it was your birthday till I saw your video, Sean, so happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
I will send you a little birthday gift. It may not be much special. I may take Lisa's husband's advice and just send you some poop.
Well, I appreciate everything you guys did. That was so awesome.
There's some things I wanted to talk about with Groundhog, but I don't want to give it away because I don't know if Dave wants me to talk about it or not. We talked about something the other day. He and we were just talking private, and I don't want to give anything away that I don't know if he's talked about yet or not publicly. So, but I love Groundhog. I thought it was absolutely amazing. I thought it was so much fun. And I think what he did on a $7,000 budget.
Yep.
I mean, yes, it's, it's a B movie. It is a B movie in every sense of the word. But if you ask me, if you would have given Dave a $300,000 budget, he could have turned out, a film just as good as, and I'm not saying it's not just as good, but, like he could have turned out a product just like Never Hike Alone or something,
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just saying what he did with what he has, it shows how talented Dave is, how dedicated he is to it, and how much he loves it. And the script, I thought, yes, it's not meant to be a serious film. It's about a guy killing people on Groundhog Day, for Christ's sake.
Right.
You know, it's not meant to be Hereditary or Halloween, but it's done in that vein of the 80s slasher that he loves so much. And he wrote an amazing script for a cheesy movie that he wanted it to be that way.
Yeah.
It didn't come out cheesy because it was a mistake. It came out the way he wanted it.
Exactly.
Ross, have you
had a chance to see it?
No, not yet. I've not seen this film, but I'm just looking it up now on the internet and that, and I've just added a trailer to watch later.
Yeah, it is there.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you give Dave a holler, he'll get you a copy. He sent Lisa one, so I'm pretty sure he can get you a copy over to you. And I mean, like I said, it's a small budget film that he did very well with, and especially like you said, Jason, with the gore scenes. The gore scenes are really cool.
They're so much fun.
Two actors at the end, I thought they were loved them. I think that there's some people. I love Dave's, and I still think that.
You've gone, Brad. We don't hear you.
Shit.
Something about
I'm
a
sorry.
link. And then...
I heard that.
I said that I keep playing with microphone. That's probably why. I said that I think that Dave did an awesome job with the budget he had. I think that those two girls at the end of the movie, the two that were like lesbians, I love them. I wanted to see more of them. I wish they would have come in a little sooner in the film. Well, I mean, I'm talking about their acting, you sickos.
Yeah, we know. It was just too tempting to probably had to do it.
But
you asked for that one, Brad.
Yeah, well, okay, honestly, I would like to see more of the other two, but hey. Anyways,
He's all discombobulated.
I really loved all the gore. I thought the gore was amazing. I thought Dave's death was so amazing in the movie.
That was great.
And that line that Dave gives to the killer, I think it's one of the best lines in the history of cinema. I just loved it. And it came off the top of his head.
Oh, it's good. Anyway, my thoughts, I want to add, to me it kind of reminded me of like the Herschel Gordon Lewis films, or like Blood Feast and 2000 Maniacs and stuff like that, where the acting wasn't really meant to be serious, but it was just meant to be like over the top gore and over the top everything, and with a lot of humor added in. And plus, it mixes in a little of the 80s slashers, of course. I just loved it. I thought it was so much fun. Nothing but pure fun. You know?
Yeah, now that you say that, it does. I can definitely see that. Definitely has that resemblance.
Yeah. Where they didn't have the big budget, so they made it over the top, you know. I love the humor in it too, like loving the guys like, nobody touches my power tie.
Does anyone know what movie Dave's working on at the moment? Do we know anything about it?
I thought it was great.
It's a witch.
It's a witches? No, witchy one.
It's a witch movie, yeah.
Right, okay. Right, I didn't know anything.
Not much. I've been trying to look at Boombastic Films and watch a trailer, but I don't know if it's out yet or not.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
No, not lesbian witches. My husband's just being ridiculous in the comments. He's written lesbians, and then he's written lesbian witches. No.
Just throw some lesbians in there.
Yeah, exactly. He'd be happy with that. What's he got? The Vampiros Lesbos or something? Yeah.
Yeah, that's Jeff Franco.
Jeff Franco.
That's Franco film.
Dear me.
I'll say it had great style. very dream-like visuals.
I don't know if he's even watched it yet. He's probably watched it without me, to be fair. Because it's not a spectator sport, really, is it? Like Connolly says, wanking such an ugly thing. It's hardly a spectator sport. Sorry, I just lowered the tone. Apologies to anyone listening to this.
But seriously, movies like Dean Roland and
your audio's gone, Sean.
What?
Your audio's gone. We can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I was gonna say, there's guys like Judy Rowland who did a lot of movies with a lot of lesbian vampire type stuff. Some of them were like half sleazy and half actually had some artistic merit to them, with great visuals and interesting camera work, mixed with some sleaze.
Massacre still here. Hi, Rich.
What's up,
Hi, Rich?
What's the weather like out there in the middle of the forest?
Cold and rainy.
Yeah, it will be. Poor guy. I wonder, is he on his chair? Oh, Joe's here. The horror man's here.
What's up?
Hey, Joe's here.
Hey, Joe.
Can you tell us, Joe? Oh, no, in the comments, and then we can read it out when it comes up. What it is you're doing for Halloween again? I watched your video earlier today, but I've forgotten because I'm terrible. But what was it you're doing, and then we can tell people.
I think he was doing something just like you are.
I don't think he's doing one a day. He's doing something. I know he's doing one video a day. He said that.
Yeah, he's doing a video a day, but it's going to be something special about Halloween.
Oh, right. Okay, that sounds good. Right. My husband says Massacre popped up like a randy meerkat at the phrase lesbian witches.
Wouldn't you?
No doubt. No doubt.
This is true.
Popped up being the operative word there.
Exactly. Play on words, eh?
Well, here's Harman says, I will be posting one video a day in the month of October. Each video will talk about one film related to Halloween that I will be watching.
Right. Okay, Joe. So that'll be ones that you've maybe seen before. You're not necessarily watching one each day. You're just going to talk about it each day. That's cool, because I'll get lots of good recommendations. Joe always has really good recommendations because there's so much stuff I haven't seen that he talks about. So I've got a to-watch list, and it's massive. How I'm going to get through it's anybody's.
I can't imagine.
Yes.
Mine too.
I think he's seen every horror movie that's ever been made.
Yeah.
And 4 different copies of the horror movie.
Yeah.
Hey, Joe, have you had a chance?
Sorry, bro.
Hey, Joe, have you had a chance to watch the Goreface Killer yet?
Okay, what are you going to bed?
Oh, she's so cute.
Oh, she doesn't want to. No, she wants to go.
Oh, she's doing that.
She's going for a bedtime wee.
Uh-oh.
Wow, a little aggressive.
Okay, somebody's not happy.
Honestly, she's letting her territory be known. She's barking at that horrible man that was in our garden the other night.
You know, I gotta say, I really salute you guys doing this 31 on Halloween or 30 on October. I wish I had time for that, man. I think if I did do that, the videos I would put out on days I work late would just be really crap.
You could do it live. Then you wouldn't have to sort of like edit or any of that stuff. You see, I watch at least one movie every day anyway, so it's not really anything extra for me. So I'm sad like that. It's the only thing I do on my downtime really is watch movies or like TV shows.
No, I just filmed
Sounds
it
about
from
right.
about September, me.
What was that, Ross?
I just did like one day throughout the month of September. So it's all recorded and that, and it's all
okay.
uploaded.
So you've got yours ready to go?
Yeah, it's all ready to go.
All right, okay. That's good.
Yeah.
You have to bed now?
I actually recorded a few videos with Bill the other day. I need to drop a couple more. Night, Darren.
Night, Darren.
I'm saying good night. Do you want some of this? Because I've drunk loads.
You know, you were asking me earlier if I was going to do all of the Alien films or just the first one with Bill. And I told you we were planning on doing all of them, but we are going to be taking a break right after Alien 1 because we're going to do Terrifier. We meant to do Terrifier this past week, but we couldn't get it to upload on his Netflix, and I forgot it at home. I didn't bring it with me. He hasn't seen it yet.
Oh, I love Terrifier.
He hasn't seen Terrifier, right? Okay. Oh, it's a pity Chris wasn't here to plug his... Right, we'll do it for him. Chris, Horror Digest, is going to be interviewing the... I'm sorry, I don't have the name. The guy that plays Art the Clown.
David Howard Thornton.
That's it. On his show Horror Surge, is that right?
Yes.
I don't think he's got a date yet. Has he got a date?
He said November, I think.
Right, so if you're in the chat, you're not subscribed to Horror Digest, if you subscribe, you'll be able to see that interview when it happens. And that guy's lovely. I've seen him be interviewed by other people, and he's such a down-to-earth, lovely guy. So that'll be nice to see. Night-night.
But first he's doing his first one is going to be with the director of Killer
Clowns from Outer Space. Yeah.
It'll be awesome.
That'll be interesting to see.
I love that movie. Love that movie.
And
when I finally started to get to do Bronco Juggalo. Go ahead, Sean. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say his third guest is none other than Dave Maggot.
Is it? I didn't know that.
Yes.
Oh, awesome.
No.
Very nice.
Who's that you're talking about, Leo? I unfollowed him on Twitter, too political. I don't know who that... Oh, you're talking about Howard or Thingy Thornton? Is that who you're talking about? Geek Legion of Dooms just said in the chat that he unfollowed someone on Twitter because they were too political. Don't know who he means.
I did the same thing with Stephen King.
Uh-oh.
I love Stephen King, but all he talks about is his political views, and it's like, shut the fuck up and write a book.
Yeah, he's talking about David Thornton. Yeah, Joe says yes, he is very political. Yeah, you see, I don't follow him or anything. I've just seen him interviewed, and he seems really like affable, quite nice. But sometimes you sort of have to not put your opinion everywhere, don't you?
Sometimes when you're dealing with celebrities, a lot of time it becomes that way. They start talking about politics, and I'm done.
Yeah. That's a shame.
Mark Hamill does the same thing, but I can't bring myself to unfollow Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
Because he's Mark Hamill.
Because he's Mark fucking Hamill, damn it.
He's Mark fucking Hamill.
He's Luke Skywalker and he's the Joker. You can't unfollow him.
Yeah.
And he's...
What I was going to say, though, was if you don't mind me plugging real quick, when I finally do get my my one-on-one series going that I want to do, I'm going to try and get Tim Abel on, who plays Balthazar Kane in the Circus Kane movie.
Oh yeah, that's good. I really like that movie. I was quite surprised.
Yeah, I did too.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be terrible, but no, that was good. Doesn't get a lot of
seen that.
press, really, does it? Ross is tired.
Yeah, I'm getting tired.
Yeah, it's 25 to 1.
Well, it's late where you guys are.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only 5 in the afternoon here.
Yeah.
It's midnight midnight here.
Yeah, it's getting late. Well, shall we get to our last actual topic, and then Ross can go to bed?
Yeah,
Sounds good.
Please.
All right. So the last topic is open discussion on your favorite subgenre and what horror means to us.
Uh-oh.
Right, Ross, we'll let you kick it off this time.
Yeah, I like the subgenre. I like horror. Like comedy horror and werewolf horror. Yeah, I love werewolves.
Nice.
Oh,
Captain American Werewolf in London is on right now on the.
You queen right up in here.
Yeah. American Werewolf in London is just, for me, it's probably my favorite movie ever, actually.
Favorite movie ever? Wow.
No.
Yeah, probably. It's very close between that and The Shining, but I think American Werewolf just gets in there. Love it.
Yeah, supernatural horror.
Yeah,
that's I just love that subgenre because it inspires. I just like writing my own stuff about it as well.
Yes, just to say this, Ross, Leo from Geek Legion of Doom, I saw a review he did for this the other day. There's a movie called The Snarling. It's a comedy werewolf movie, and it's supposed to be absolutely fantastic. It's British.
Snarling, that rings a bell.
The Snarling, it's a new one, so I don't think you should have seen it yet. He gets screeners to watch before they're released. So if you check his YouTube, Geek Legion of Doom, he's done a review of it and he said it's awesome. It's really, really good.
Yeah.
Wow.
So given you like comedy horror and werewolf horror, that should be right up your street.
Yeah. I like Dog Soldiers. I feel like that's got some.
That's so good.
Love Dog Soldiers. That movie is one of my absolute favorite. It's probably my favorite werewolf movie.
It's very good. Everyone in the comments is picking slashers as their favorite subgenre.
That's me.
I just had to point out that
that's mine too.
I just wanted to point out Bearded Slasher said The Howling is his favorite. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
It's tough for me between American Werewolf in London and Howling for my favorite werewolf movie.
Yeah. We need another good one.
Late Phases. I really like Late Phases.
I like Late Phases. I like the opening and the final acts, but the middle acts I just thought was boring.
Right, I've just written that down. I haven't seen that.
Yeah, that's my favorite werewolf movie. But as far as like the old ones go, definitely, I don't know. It's like tossed up between American Werewolf in London and The Howling. Definitely.
Yeah, I think
Me too.
Those two and Dog Soldiers are my three top.
Yeah, that one too. That was a good one too.
Silver Bullet, Bearded Slasher. Yep, that's mine. Nick from The Last Shoegazer's first horror movie we ever watched was Silver Bullet when we were both kids.
That's an awesome one.
Yeah.
Mine actually was The Howling.
Was the first movie you've ever watched?
The first werewolf movie.
That's awesome.
Wow. I think mine was American Werewolf in London. I think.
Nice.
Pretty sure. Yeah.
Mine was Michael Jackson's Thriller.
Oh God, yeah. Sorry, then mine was that. I didn't even think about that. Yeah. Oh, who's that talking? Oh, that's Jason's wife.
Yeah, you even got a chuckle out of my wife on that one, Brad.
What? About
Michael
what?
Jackson's Thriller.
Yeah.
I think I love that. I thought it was a transformation.
Yeah, I'd forgotten all about that.
Yeah, that Thriller and An American Werewolf London, they were directed by John Landis.
Yes.
And that's what Michael said. He'd seen that film and he actually wanted him to do that and got the same effects and everything.
You gotta love Vincent Price at the end there.
Yeah, the narration.
Oh, love it. Love it. One of the few things I can quote all the way through.
Rocked inside a pulp's
shell. In the comments, let's see. Bearded Slasher says paranormal films. Oh no, he says Paranormal Activity sucks. Hate Legion of Doom. Finds slashers boring. He likes creature features and haunted houses.
So who's going next?
Yeah, who's next for the favorite subgenre? Jason?
I'll go. Mine is not popular. Mine's found footage.
Oh, I love found footage.
Or the other, anything like paranormal, spooky, anything ghosty, anything spooky.
I love found footage films.
Most people hate them. I love them.
I like them.
Oh.
It's like
Lisa, you're this close.
You cut out there because the computer was offended by whatever you said.
They look just like the realistic feel it has, and that it can be easily done just on a
Yeah, I find it more scary.
Yeah.
The one I watched recently, The Tunnel.
Which?
I find that properly freaky, that one, The Tunnel.
Yeah.
I'll have to check.
Bearded Slasher says, check out Hangman, it's great.
I have that. I haven't watched it yet.
I've seen one
What's
called
up,
Hangman.
Random Matt?
What's up, Random Matt?
I think I've seen that, Bearded Slasher, but I'm going to write it down just in case it's maybe one with the same title. What about you, Brad? What's your favourite subgenre?
Lisa, it's this cover.
I'm sure I've seen. Who's the main star of that?
Jeremy Sisto.
No, that's not ringing a bell.
Wrong Turn.
Yeah, Wrong Turn. He was in
Right,
6 Feet Under.
I don't think I've seen that. I've added that to my list. Thanks, Bearded Slasher. Danny Girl's here. Hello.
Hey, Random
This is
Matt
Bronco.
said I just did the contest video for Bronco.
What?
Did you hear that, Brad? Random Matt has done a contest video for your thing.
300 subs.
Yeah, I heard that. Thanks. I was just asking him about that because he told me he was doing it the other day.
Yes, who else is heading towards 300?
How far off are you?
281 right now.
Oh, close, close, close. I was going to say, does anyone, when I've watched my Wild Eye films, does anyone want them? Because they, no, not because they're rubbish.
Take them all.
Because, you'll have probably got the same ones. I can't watch them on my DVD. They're like obviously American, so I can only watch them on my laptop, and I'll probably only be watching them once because I don't really like watching movies on my laptop. So if anyone wants them, send me a message and I can forward them on to you when I've seen them.
I haven't seen any of those.
I'll get any of the ones you don't have or that I don't already have.
Well, so I'll send them out to whoever wants them, or I'll divide them amongst whoever wants them. It's up to you.
Yes, Joe says me. Joe's all into it.
Me. Yeah, we'll sort it out. We'll get them. Hi, Random Matt. Forward them on to me. I can't send them to you all. I'll divide them out and send them to.
Well, you have 500. Come on.
My wife's in the chat.
Uh-oh.
Oh, is that the one earlier?
Danny Girl.
Yes. Right. Okay. I wasn't sure who that was, but I did say hello.
Random Matt said him too. He could always use more horror films.
Oh, couldn't we all? I'd just like to see some I could actually watch on my DVD player or Blu-ray.
That's why
I tried to ask this earlier, but I was.
What's that, Brad?
If you buy a DVD player, like an American DVD player, do you need a converter over there?
You can't buy an American DVD player in the UK, really. You could probably buy region free, but they're really expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, if you bought it off the internet or something.
Then I'd have to pay import tax, and the postage is ridiculous. It's terrible. See, trying to get anything here from America is a nightmare.
When we lived in Germany, we had to have converters on everything to use American stuff.
Right. Okay.
And I was wondering because I want to get a UK DVD player here.
No,
so I can start getting some arrows.
Yeah, I don't know. The best thing you could do is get multi-region.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
want to start getting some Arrow videos.
Yeah.
I'll private message you and try to get you into what I was doing.
Yeah, there you go, Jason. I'll hook you up. I have no idea. All I know is I can't play my Wild Eye video DVDs on my player. I have to do them on my laptop. I even had to change the setting on my laptop so that it just plays American discs now, so it won't play anything else. It's a nightmare. I like watching the movies, but there's no point in me having them if I'm not going to, you know what I mean, rewatch them. So someone may as well have them that's building a collection.
Yeah. I think you can only switch them back and forth so many times.
Yeah, you can. So I'm leaving it as it is. There's no reason I'm going to need to use the laptop for UK stuff. So I'm leaving it so all the American stuff I can watch on this. But I don't really collect.
I've never actually tried, but some people say that you can watch region on your that if you have an Xbox 360, it's an all-region player.
Is it?
I don't know if that's true or not.
It's not true for the PS4 because I tried, and it wouldn't play it. So I'd imagine it's maybe the same for an Xbox.
Yeah.
So how much?
Yeah, I was looking at.
What's that?
So how much would a region player be over there?
I have no idea. I haven't looked in ages, but bloody expensive, and I'm trying to save all my pennies for Disney next year. Talking about the horror Disney taking everything over. I don't like buy. This is awful. I don't like buy loads of DVDs or Blu-rays. I stream loads. I don't have the room to keep them, so I don't want to put the money into like a multi-region thing for movies that I'm not going to rewatch, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I think mine was 139 red, Sean. That was one of the cheaper ones.
Wow. So, Brad, getting back to the question, what's your favorite genre? Subgenre?
I'm definitely slasher all the way. I've been a slasher fan since I was a little kid, and to me, slasher is just like the best version of any horror. I have the most fun with them. I like that you have somebody you can watch as a protagonist. A lot of other films you don't get that, like in the creature features and stuff. You don't. A lot of the creature stuff, it's like their motivation is just because they are creatures. It's what they do. They're not doing it like, okay, the xenomorphs, the aliens. They're not doing what they do to be evil. They're just doing what they do. And for me, a slasher film is somebody who is a human being, and human beings are not, some people disagree with this, but human beings are not inherently evil. We have a sense of right and wrong, and we can decide what's right and wrong. Now, we don't always choose what's right, but we're not inherently evil. We're not made to be evil.
Yes,
and so when I see a slasher film, especially like, all right, my favorite is Halloween, but when I was younger, my favorite was Nightmare on Elm Street because that was the first I ever saw. When I saw Nightmare on Elm Street 3 for the first time, I was just amazed at how evil a human being could be. And I ate it up. I was like, this is great. I love this. Maybe it's because I'm a little evil myself. And
so how do you feel about things like Hostel?
Hostel...
It's like
the first one's good. If you, I can watch it once. Like the first movie's good, but I'm not really into like, if it's just torture porn for the sake of torture, I'm not into it. It's like the reason I didn't get into Goreface Killer. One of the reasons I thought it was shock opinion. It wasn't done well.
Yeah.
So I need more than that. I need some substance. Okay, a perfect example is The Prowler. The Prowler, Bill and I were going to review a while ago, and we decided not to yet because I need to watch it again because there's not a lot to talk about with that movie. but it's a very fun movie because it's just all about the kills. That entire movie was based so they could do kills and have something for the kills to stand on.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the Hostel movies.
It had a point. I mean, it had a plot. You know, the guy was getting revenge on because the girl broke up with him and he was in the war. You know, he had a motive.
Thank you, Sean.
I guess. The plot was a little thin, if you ask me. Seems I was 50 years later, but
don't pick on the Prowler.
But like, what do you think, at least is like the people in those movies, like Terrifier. Okay, how can somebody be that demented? How can somebody do that to another person without a reason? Like without okay, like let me put it to you this way: if somebody ever did something in a wrong nature or a sexual nature or an abusive nature to my little girls, you will see a side of me you don't want to see. I will rock an orange jumpsuit the rest of my life.
Yeah, totally.
It does not bother me at all. Does not bother me at all. Some people say, oh, people say that. No, it doesn't bother me. I've been there, done that, and it doesn't bother me. But that's a motivation. You have a reason for doing that. You know, somebody hurt somebody, but just for no reason, like I'm assuming Art the Clown so far has like no reason, no motive. I mean, we don't know. We haven't gotten a backstory yet.
Yeah.
But just like Michael Myers, to me, that's why I love the character of Michael Myers so much. Was he was a normal little boy. We're all assuming, and I'm assuming he just got done trick-or-treating, you know? And something inside of him just changed, turned.
So you prefer it when there's
what I love about...
Sorry, go on.
Say that again?
So you say you prefer it when there's not a motivation?
No, I don't mind the motivation. I think it's fascinating to watch what a human being is capable of.
Yeah.
And slasher films are the best example of that. Now, like, I love The Conjuring, okay? That's a great film. But it's about demon possession, and we all know that demons are evil. I mean, whether you believe in demons or not, their demons are evil. That's just never been disputed. You know, so that's expected. That's to be expected. Somebody like Michael Myers or Freddy Krueger. Freddy Krueger was an evil person. What made him decide to start killing children? You know, I mean, there's just I've always thought that you can have more fun with slashers too. I mean, okay, you like found footage. Like I've hated found footage since I watched the Blair Witch, the original. Ending with that was like, okay, you're not really seeing anything, and you're getting all these bouncy camera angles, and they're trying to portray, at least that film, they tried to portray it as real.
Yeah.
But there was no real, like, okay, what's going on? There's no real substance there, in my opinion. I just didn't have anything I could grab onto. With a slash, you can grab onto, whether it's good or bad, I'm just like, all right, cool. You know?
Yeah, for me, slashers, there always needs to be a motivation for me to enjoy it. But I think with me, most found footage tends to be like paranormal sort of thing, and that's the main thing. I think your favorite genre of horror is usually the thing that frightens you the most. And for me, anything paranormal or unexplained is what frightens me the most. I think that's why I tend to like that side of things.
And I agree with that.
Halloween is my favorite horror movie because it's one of only 3 movies that actually scares me.
What one did you say there?
And when I say it scares me, I don't mean like I'm... I've watched Halloween a million times. I love that movie. I could watch it every day for the rest of my life. But when you start to think about what's going on in that film, it's a scary concept. And if I watch that movie while I'm drinking, or even more, or when I used to smoke weed, dude, after watching that movie, I swear I would see Michael in corners everywhere. Like, I mean, the only other movies that actually scare me are The Conjuring, because I do believe in demon possession. I think they hit that one right on the head. And the fact that the people that movie is about, they actually watched that film and said that that's exactly the way it happened, shot for shot.
Right, okay.
And that freaks the hell out of me. And the other is The Omen, the original Omen. Just so that scene in the graveyard with the Dobermans, to me, that scene is just terrifying. If you really sit there and listen to the music, a lot of people are saying, oh, it's not that bad. Really think about what they're doing in that graveyard. Listen to that soundtrack, that score at the same time, and just watch that dark, big dog coming at the screen. It's a scary fucking moment.
Yeah.
False Proxy Sessions is asking, I think this is at you, Brad, is asking, what about Cannibal Holocaust?
I actually haven't seen that movie yet. Like, all the way through. I've seen bits and pieces.
I like it. Apart from, I know it's just contentious, but apart from the animal bits, purely because they are real. That's why I didn't like that section. And Cannibal Feroz, same thing again. You can get them cut with the animal bits out. Someone argued this with me once on Killer Flicks, that why do you not have a problem with humans being killed, but you do with animals? Because it was real. They killed real animals for the production of the movie, which I have issue with. But if
which movie was that?
Cannibal Holocaust and Feroz as well, both. They're good movies.
When did this movie come out?
Was it the 70s?
Early 80s.
Early 80s, sorry. But
I was going to say, how could they kill real animals when there's like all kinds of rights groups up their ass?
No, they killed
anything like that today.
A turtle, and was there a monkey? Well, there were several, but it wasn't nice. I just don't like any sort of real animal. You know what I mean? I don't even like it when it's not real, but when you find out that it's real, I just feel all kinds of sick even watching that sort of thing. Which is a shame because the movies were good. The rest of the movie I liked.
I'm not trying to tout myself as a badass or anything. You know, I actually find it harder to shoot a dog than I do to shoot a human being.
I agree. I would be. I agree with you. Not that I want to shoot anyone, but
the reason I say that is I've actually had to do it. I've had to shoot a dog, and I've had to shoot a human being, and it's easier to shoot the dog than it was to shoot the human. Then again, the human being did have a gun, so it wasn't that hard of a choice.
I'm glad I can't relate to that in any way because, oh, no way. I couldn't even imagine doing either. But
me neither.
Yeah.
I have more issue with animal cruelty. That sounds awful. I know it sounds ridiculous, but animal cruelty is something I've a big problem with. I think it's the innocence thing. You know, like, I just don't like it.
See, and you probably are going to hate me for this, Lisa, but when it comes to, like, you know, our dogs and stuff where we live, and I love my dogs, but, you know, we're not rich or anything, and a lot of times when it happens, when you have to do something, it comes down to a shotgun behind the barn. It's that old Yeller scene, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what happens.
Especially when they attack other people, or they attack another dog or something.
The dogs, you mean? Oh, that's not a good situation. Well, they need put down when that sort of thing happens, don't they?
Well, that's and I mean, I can't afford to go to a vet and spend $500 to put it down.
Is that how much it costs?
It's pretty expensive.
Christ.
So.
Shattered Perfections here. Hey,
Shattered.
The horror man said that Cannibal Holocaust was released in 19, but filmed in the late.
I hear you, Sean.
What he was saying was the horror man's just said that Cannibal Holocaust was released in 1980, but filmed in the late 70s.
Yeah. Thank you, Joe. All right, Sean, did you give your favorite genre?
Hey, Jason, so we haven't heard your thoughts yet on the topic. Your favorite
I'm going to be easy.
genre.
Yeah, my favorite is slashers. It always has been, specifically 80 slashers. I find them to be quite comforting, kind of like a warm blanket. So that's me.
Isn't it wonderful that we understand one another? Can you imagine a random person that doesn't like horror tuning into this and hearing someone say, slashers make me feel comfortable like a warm blanket? I just love the way we understand one another.
You just want to get in bed and get cozy and watch someone get brutally murdered.
Yep. Ain't nothing better than watching somebody get stabbed in the eyeballs while you're cozying up next to your woman.
Yeah.
Does your wife like horror, Bronco? That's the thing. Do your partners like horror?
My wife does not.
Right.
She does not watch horror movies with me, except for maybe the Child's Play she'll watch.
Yeah.
But she usually will not watch a lot of horror movies with me. I try to get her to, but she just won't.
Oh dear. What about you? Any of the rest of you?
She doesn't want to. What's that?
My girlfriend likes some horrors. She's mainly into the demonic stuff.
Yeah.
Like she likes like The Exorcist, Jeepers Creepers, and like the exorcism films and that, and clowns.
Cool. That's good. I'm lucky my husband loves it, so we can watch all sorts of horrible things. What about Christy, Sean?
Well, I wouldn't say she likes them that much, but I try and get her to watch them, and now and again she does like a horror here and there. Like she does like Halloween and some of the classics, like Rosemary's Baby.
Yeah. Cool.
But nothing like too gory. She doesn't like gory horror.
What about your wife, Jason?
Matt wants to know it.
Go ahead,
Lisa.
Sorry.
What about
Jason,
your wife? I didn't hear you say.
She doesn't like horror. She watches them with me though, but she doesn't like it. Like Hereditary, she pretty much checked out. I was gonna ruin the movie, but I won't. So she checked out when the first major thing happened.
Right. Yes, I can understand.
I still haven't seen that yet.
Yeah.
Matt wants to know if anybody is a fan of Prom Night 2.
Haven't seen it.
I liked it. I thought it was fun.
I haven't seen it either.
Hello, Mary Lou.
Yep. And then Gong Farmer, who I thought went to bed, wants to know if Ross is stoned.
It's in his bed texting.
Are you stoned?
No, I'm absolutely knackered.
He's tired.
1 o'clock.
Yeah, it's just after 1 in the morning here.
Right.
Anytime you want to take off to bed, Ross.
Yeah. Perhaps I probably will now because I'm struggling to keep my eyes open.
We do still have a whole other section to talk about.
Is it alright with you if I just get off me? Because I'm just.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Yeah, okay,
nice to have you anyway, Ross.
Yes, nice to have
thank you. Special guest this month. We really.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah.
All right. Definitely, Ross, and I'm still catching up on your videos.
Okay, then. It's good to see you. Then, well, see ya.
I see you, Ross.
Later, buddy.
Yeah. Thank you, Ross, for joining us in the Horror Hangouts.
Do we have a whole other topic, or are we just going to do questions?
Yeah, because we have not a topic, but we have to get to some of the questions that are subs asked.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Shall I say the first one?
Yeah, do you want to? I don't have them written down here, so.
Yeah, I do.
Do you want to go, Jason? Because I remember we planned that you were going to get into that.
Our buddy Strange Monkey asked, who is everyone's favorite horror movie director?
Guillermo del Toro.
Everyone's favorite horror what?
Lisa.
Say line, buddy.
What's that?
Lisa, what would you say?
I said Guillermo del Toro's mine.
That's a good one.
I love everything he does. Absolutely everything. The guy's fantastic.
He is. I agree.
Jason, I'm sorry. Can you repeat the question?
Sure. Who is everyone's favorite horror movie director?
Bronco?
Bronco?
Oh,
He's thinking.
that's a toughie. I'm a huge Carpenter fan. I'm also a huge Wes Craven fan. I wish Wes Craven was still alive because I think he had a lot more to give. I wish John Carpenter would come out of retirement. I don't know if it was his last film, but The Ward. I loved The Ward.
So did I.
And I wish he would come out of retirement and do more. I wish he was directing this new Halloween.
Yeah, that would too.
But it is what it is. But out of like new people though, I really don't know because I can't really say out of new ones. So I'm gonna pick either Vincent Santi from Never Hike Alone, who also plays a great Jason. Or I'm gonna pick Dave just to kiss Dave's ass. I'm gonna pick Dave.
She's only done the one film so far, and then doing the Halloween one, right?
Yeah, I mean James Wan's an awesome director too, but
I love him. Yeah,
me too. What about you, Sean?
I'm gonna have to agree with Brad on that. John Carpenter is my favorite of all time. Just look at the body of work he did. As far as him doing anything today, I feel like his great years are long past. Personally, but I mean, to me personally, anything after like Pristine, I didn't care much for. But I mean, just look at all the classics. I mean, Escape from New York, Halloween, The Thing, Assault on Precinct 13, The Fog. I mean, just the body of work you can't deny. You know?
Yeah.
And I forget his name, but I also really like the guy that did Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake and the not Nightmare on Street, Friday the 13th remake. I think he's really good.
Michael Bay?
No, he produced it. The guy that directs it. Michael Bay produced. He didn't direct. I forget who directed it. I got it written down.
While you're finding that, I'm going to go and say I have a tie between John Carpenter and Don Coscarelli. Those are my two favorites.
What did the Phantasm was going to say? Give me some movies that he's directed.
Phantasm 1, 2, 3, and 4. He did John Dies at the End. That's a fun one. He did.
Haven't seen that.
Of course, he did.
Writing it down.
Yeah.
Didn't he do,
Kenny and Company?
He do the Beastmaster or whatever?
Yes, he did Beastmaster.
That's my favorite.
That's an awesome one. Yeah, that's an awesome one. And the only one I haven't seen from him is Survival Quest. Thanks to Joe the Horror Man, if he's still in here.
Marcus Nispel. Marcus Nispel did Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake, Joe said. And his favorite's Coscarelli as well.
Yeah. Survival Quest, he says.
Who's F.W. Murnau?
He did Nosferatu.
Oh, that's what my husband says. Right, I didn't know that.
He did the original.
It was Marcus Nispel, by the way. Sorry.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's the guy.
The director, I couldn't remember his name, but it was Marcus Nispel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Keep going with the question, Sean.
Lisa, your husband says George A. F. Romero.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. It's a massive Romero film. Yeah. You should be sleeping.
You should be sleeping.
He's usually out for the count at midnight every night.
Here's an interesting one. Random Matt says, I love Psycho 3.
Yeah, I like Psycho 3 too.
I haven't seen that.
Yep.
I haven't seen Psycho
It's
3
the
yet.
most slasher, in my opinion. Like a slasher movie.
It's just pretty much a straight slasher.
Yeah.
All right, we got another question here from Screen Stars. Everyone's favorite found footage movie, Lisa.
Screen Stars, Aaron, he's awesome. That's really difficult. I've seen so many and my mind goes blank. I'm going to say probably The Tunnel because I've seen it quite recently and I loved it. And it creeped me out. And I love it when something makes me feel really creeped out. So The Tunnel.
Okay.
Nice.
Sean?
I'm not a huge fan of them, but there are a few that I like. I'd say my personal favorite is Cloverfield.
Yes.
I love how they turned a monster movie into something so like small scale, and you see it from a whole different perspective, and it's really interesting. It's very creative.
Mm.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with that.
Have you seen the two sequels to Cloverfield yet?
I haven't yet. I know I gotta catch up on that.
They're both good.
I heard a lot of
They're not
people
found
talk.
footage.
Yeah.
Jason,
what do you think,
Brad?
I'm really not a found footage person. I don't know if I have one that's like a pure found footage movie. So I'm just gonna say Never Hike Alone. It's got some found footage in it. It's not really a found footage movie, but it has some in it, and so I'm just gonna say that.
Cool. Jason?
Mine would be, I'm going to be boring. I'm going to say the Blair Witch Project. Simply because I liked it, and I'm from Maryland, so.
All right, so you're from Maryland. Cool.
Yeah. Not too far away from.
When that movie came.
Cool.
When that movie came out, Jason, I was just about to turn 17. 1998. Really? In October, it came out on VHS in October. We picked it up, and we picked up Halloween H2O at the silver screen video. I had seen H2O in theaters, but I never saw Blair Witch Project. And the entire time, I couldn't help myself. I riff tracked it the whole movie. I thought it was absolutely terrible. I was like, oh my god, it's a heart. It's like, somebody get the stop bubble pop. No. I hated it. I thought it was because they built it up. I think that's why I have such a thing against found footage, Lisa, is they built up that film to be this great thing, and it also to be real. They built it up to be real. And then I watched it and I'm like, this is so fake. Come on, you can tell. And so it just totally turned me off from the entire genre.
Yeah.
I just totally was like, nope, can't do it.
Oh,
and then Paranormal Activity came out and that was worse.
Yeah, that's another one. That's a real good one, Lisa.
Poughkeepsie Tips, I really like. Yeah.
I like that one too.
I haven't seen that one.
Michael Myers 101 says he took pictures at the Blair Witch Forest.
Your voice, what he said there was he took pictures at the Blair Witch Forest?
Yes.
Yeah, your voice.
What's the best horror movie that has been made since the year 2000?
Oh, The Collector. Easy.
That's a question.
Oh.
What's that?
The Collector. That's easy.
Okay.
No, but he asked favorite Jamie Lee Curtis film aside from Halloween.
Oh, okay.
I
wasn't aware he had two questions.
Oh, that one's in the chat, Jason.
Oh, okay.
Mine will be True Lies, probably.
Totally agree with you, Lisa. I love True Lies. Absolutely love it.
You know what? You know what one I really like that people don't ever talk about is Blue Steel. When
That's a good one.
She played a cop.
Oh, I haven't seen
and
that.
Ron Silverman was like this bad guy she was chasing, and he's
that was
like
awesome.
an ex-lover, like stalker. It's a good one. You should check it out.
We've 2 votes for The Fog in here. Kelly and Joe both picked The Fog for Jamie Lee Curtis.
I would probably have to go with The Fog, but another one that I think people don't talk about enough is one called Mother's Boys. That's a good one by her.
Joe wants me to review that. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, it's a good one. She plays a psycho in that one.
Oh, right. I'm writing that one down. Cool.
Yeah, Joe asked me to review that in my 300 subs contest. I haven't seen it yet, though.
Yeah, it's a good one. You'll like it.
The real James Grimm in the chat. Hey guys, what's up? He says.
Hey, James.
Hey, guys. What's up, buddy?
James is an awesome dude who makes awesome videos.
You want to do... Hey, Sean.
Yep.
You You want to do Michael Myers 101's question now, since we just did his other one?
Yes, Michael Myers 101 says, what's the best horror movie that has been made since 2000?
I'm going with Saw. Because I love it so.
That is an awesome one, Lisa.
Yours is The Collector, Bronco?
I mean, dude, there's so many good ones. I guess I'm gonna go with movies that aren't like already established, that aren't already, you know. I'm not talking about sequels or remakes or anything. Just brand new.
Mm-hmm.
It's either The Conjuring or The Collector.
Yeah, I really like The Collector.
Easily.
I need to watch The Conjuring again. I really do.
What's yours, Sean?
That's tough. I don't know if I can pick one. I mean, all right, I'll pick one. Wolf Creek.
Nice, nice.
I love that.
Sean, I still haven't seen Wolf Creek. I need to see that movie.
Awesome.
It's a good one.
Joe picked Hatchet.
Yeah, that's a good one too.
And Michael Myers picked The Conjuring.
Mine is Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon.
Oh, I love
That's awesome. Yeah, good choice, Jason.
Found footage
I
too.
saw a Drum Dums review on that. Now I want to see it.
Yeah, it's a really good movie.
It's amazing.
All right, we only have a couple questions left.
Michael Myers says, "I love Christmas with the Cranks."
The what?
Michael Myers 101 says, "I like Christmas with the Cranks."
That's a horror movie, yeah.
A few people mentioned
It is.
Yeah, that's true.
That's a scary movie.
Yeah.
That was a good
scary
one,
movie.
Let's see. Next question is from Hey Internet, Eric here. The worst horror sequel. Now you have to pick from these: Halloween 5, Hellraiser Bloodline, or Exorcist 2, The Heretic. Sean?
Well, first of all, I actually like Halloween 5.
So do I.
I know.
Yeah, Eric put that in just to piss me off.
Me too. I would take Halloween 5 out of the equation because I actually like it. I would say Hellraiser Bloodlines because I feel.
Ooh, nice choice.
I feel it's ruined the franchise, in my opinion.
Or no, that was random.
From there on, they had a lot of success up with 3 even as far as theatrical releases. But then once 4 came out, bam, straight to DVD.
Yeah, that's true.
That says a lot to me. To me, it destroyed the franchise. You got Pinhead in space. Come on.
My husband picked Martyrs for his favourite, and Shattered Perfection picked Saw and Trick or Treat.
Yeah, that's a good one too. What do you think, Lisa?
Matt says I'm a fan of Resurrection.
Oh, boo! I would go with the Nightmare on Elm Street one. Would be my least favourite. I actually didn't mind the Halloween one. The Exorcist, I can't remember if I've actually seen. I think I have, and I was so underwhelmed by it, I've forgotten. But Bloodline's terrible, so I'm going with that one.
It's very forgettable. Bronco?
Jason?
Well, first thing I got to say is fuck you, Eric.
That's a good one.
I know you put this in here just to piss me off.
Hey, Internet, Eric here. That has to be one of the best names ever.
The second thing I have to say is if you haven't checked it out, go check out the collaboration Eric and I are doing.
Yes, he watched Strangelands, didn't he?
Yes, he did. And now I've got to do his, which is Pet Cemetery.
Oh, cool.
So, but the third thing I'm going to say is, first off, I love Halloween 5.
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely love that movie. I think it's a great movie. I don't know why people don't like it. I don't get it at all. What they did, everybody cites what they did with Jamie Lloyd and making her mute. Research a little bit about traumatic experience in children.
Yeah.
That happens quite often. Little children go mute a lot of times after traumatic experiences. So,
yeah,
that's why I've never understood why people get bugged at that.
To me,
no, I quite liked it myself, so I don't understand the hate for it.
All right,
Bloodlines is I like Bloodlines. I do. It's a fun film. I don't like Exorcist 2. Exorcist 2 is terrible, but it's not near as terrible as Resurrection, Rob Zombie's H2, Seed of Chucky, and I like Freddy's Dead. Anybody, I know a lot of people hate that movie, but Freddy's Dead's a fun movie.
Well, so you had me with Exorcist 5. Lost me on that one.
Yeah, I didn't like Exorcist 2. Out of those three choices, it's Exorcist 2.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Brad. Definitely with you on that one. We have one question left, but it's a multi-layered question.
It's Shannon's, isn't it?
Well, wait, Jason, you didn't answer yet.
What's that?
Oh yeah, Sean hasn't answered yet.
I did. I picked the same thing as Brad. Exorcist 2. But I've seen a lot worse. I totally agree that Seed of Chucky's pretty bad, and Halloween Resurrection.
Okay, Lisa, I'm coming to Ireland to slap your husband.
What's he done there?
He said that the Halloween franchise peaked on number 3. I'm just done.
He's doing that on purpose. He's trying to work out. Go to sleep.
Killing me.
No, he does actually really. What he said about the third one, and I have to agree, I liked it, but it should have been outside of the Halloween franchise as its own standalone movie. And I completely agree. I don't think it should have been part of I think it would have been more popular if it wasn't part of the franchise, because Halloween fans get really bent out of shape about it, don't they? So they should have taken it.
Do.
I don't think it should be part of the franchise, but I also think it's a bad standalone movie. I just think it's a terrible film.
Oh, I quite liked it.
What I don't understand is all the recent hate H2O has been getting. There's some problems with H2O, but I really enjoy that movie.
Is that the one where she chops his head off?
Yes.
Yeah, I like that one.
And I actually have a question for you guys. I wanted to ask you guys a question. I'm probably not going to get a chance to do that Final Girls tag. I've been meaning to, but I don't know. I think that one might slip through the cracks. But one of the questions I believe is, what is the best era for Final Girls, right?
Yeah.
I was thinking about this the other day. Everybody picks the 80s. But I was thinking about this the other day, and Cody Leach made a really good point with the Scream franchise about Neve Campbell. In all the Scream franchise, the entire franchise, she's a badass. Yeah. And I noticed too, I was thinking about that, how like Jamie Lee Curtis in Halloween H2O. Yeah, it starts out, she's really, fucked up with the drinking and everything and the depression. But at the end of the movie, she's a badass. Yeah, and I noticed that in the 90s, a lot of Final Girls got tougher. What do you guys think on that?
Jamie Lee Curtis is still Laurie Strode from the first one, so that badass was always in her to begin with. That's the way I look at that one.
I agree. Yeah.
See, nobody beats badassery of Ripley for me, which is why I chose the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
see, I just feel like in the 90s they were trying to make the women more. They were trying to make the women stronger in the 90s.
Yeah,
I think.
I agree.
Yeah.
Neve Campbell was a little too much of a whiner for me.
Oh Christ, Neve Campbell, no. I can't bear Scream. I'm sorry, I just don't like it.
She doesn't like any Scream,
I don't like any of them. I like the first 20 minutes of the first one with Drew Barrymore in. I liked all that bit, and then after that, no.
Yep.
Wow.
When it first came out, I wasn't a huge fan of it. I was like, this really isn't scary. But now that I go back and watch them, I've gotten a much better appreciation for them. Especially when 4 came out, I really liked what they did with 4, and I really see the nuances that Wes Craven put in, and I really salute him how they brought back the slasher genre with that film. Because there's some stuff in there he did directing-wise that is just amazing. Like, okay, you have this huge star in Drew Barrymore, and you kill her in the first 10 minutes of the film.
That was awesome.
Everybody would think she would be the final girl. She's the biggest name in the movie.
Yeah.
And they killed her off, and I was just like, that is an amazing choice.
Yeah, I agree.
I love Alfred Hitchcock.
I think that's one of the best opening sequences in horror history, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I agree.
It is a very good opening sequence.
And I think
you know that caller ID sales skyrocketed after that.
I'm not surprised.
You remember those? The caller IDs, you had to put them by your phone?
Yep. The little boxes.
Yeah.
Now it comes up on the TV and stuff.
Yeah, really. Doesn't it? All right, let's get going on this Rusting Willpower one. Shannon asks, what aspects of a film, Shannon from Rusting Willpower, what aspects of a film most influence your enjoyment of it? Do you watch things more logically or emotionally?
Will we do it one at a time? One bit at a time? Because there's quite a few. It's very intelligent questions that she's asking.
It is. It is. I like
them.
For me, the acting is the thing that makes the most difference in a movie. Next to that, effects, but CGI just turns me completely off when I see it, unless it's done really well, which is unusual. But the acting, if I watch a movie and the acting is absolutely dire, I switch off, unless I have to watch it to review it. But bad acting, that's the most important part of the movie for me.
Yeah.
For me, for me, it depends on the type of movie it is, though. I mean, like we were talking about earlier with Groundhog, you're not watching that for the acting, really. You know, you're watching it because it's fun. You got some crazy slasher stuff going on. There's a lot of humor.
Yeah. You see, but I wouldn't cite movies like that as being ones I love. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But yeah, if you watch something like Silence of the Lambs, the acting carries the whole damn thing.
One of my favorites. I love that.
Mine too.
Bill says, I'd rather see bad practical effects than good CGI.
We're almost done, Boo.
That's a good statement. I like that. That's an awesome statement.
I just typed him. I agree. At least in horror, I agree. In other field like sci-fi, maybe not, but in horror, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. What do you think, Brad?
What was the question again?
What's the most important aspect of a movie for you?
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I got distracted by the chat. You know what? For me, it's got to be the story. Now, like I said, okay, with some films, if I'm just watching it because I want to see some people get killed, that's one thing. But for a lot of movies, if it does not have a good story, I'm out. I'm like, trying to think of a good example.
Nope.
Okay, Nightmare on Elm Street, the remake. The remake. Everything they did in that movie was just for the sake of it being a Freddy Krueger film. Like, okay, they changed him from being a child killer before he was Freddy Krueger to being a child molester, right? So, in other words, there was no need for the glove to even be in the film. Okay, there was no need for it because he didn't kill any kids before he died. There was no need for it. So, it was only in there to be a Freddy Krueger movie. So, that to me is a huge story plot hole that I just don't like. And it throws me out of the movie. Same thing with like the boiler room in the scenes of the boiler room in that movie. In the dream sequences, it's only there because it's a Freddy Krueger movie. There was no boiler room in that movie. He dies in an electrical room, and the room he took the kids to when he was molesting them was a little cave in the wall in the preschool. It wasn't a boiler room. So to me, those kind of story points take me out of that movie, and that's one of the reasons I hate that movie so much. Was because it made no sense. Okay, and it totally, in my opinion, spit in the face of the franchise. Now, Jackie Earle Haley, it wasn't even that. Jackie Earle Haley does a good job. The CGI messes him up a little bit, but he still does a decent job.
Yeah.
You know, and but yeah, I need acting. I need, you know, good effects, things like that. But you can have shitty effects with a good story and it still be good. You can have bad acting with a good story and it still be decent. If you don't have a good story, 9 times out of 10, your movie's going to be shit.
Yeah, see, bad acting will switch me right off.
And like, emotional or analytical, it just depends on what I'm doing. Like, especially if it's something I love, like you said, Jason, that warm blanket that slasher films are. You know,
Yep.
If it's something I love, where I'm just wanting to relax, and like, okay, I fall asleep a lot of times during some of my favorite movies, and it's not because I don't like them; it's because they make me comfortable.
Yeah.
Now then again, when I fell asleep, that movie sucks ass and it's boring as hell.
Did you answer that first one, Jason?
What's that?
Did you answer that first one? I don't think you answered it, did you?
I'm with Brad on that one. I need to have a story, but the second part of the question, do you watch things more logically or emotionally? I'm going to say emotionally, because as a horror fan, you kind of have to suspend logic. You kind of have to suspend disbelief in a lot of places. So logic can come into contact with horror movies too much.
Yeah, I agree. I'd be exactly the same for exactly the same reason.
Yeah.
What about
Plus,
you,
I'm an
Sean?
and I.
Finish your thought, Jason. Go ahead.
I'm an emotional guy. What can I say?
Yeah, I saw some of that emotion when your team beat my team.
Yeah.
Oh.
I saw Seth today, Brad. I saw Seth today at the Monster Mania, and we were going to come up with something for you to do. Yeah, he's a Ravens fan too, so we're both going to come up with something for you to do as far as a video.
Seth from Celluloid Terror?
Yeah, he lives about 30 minutes away from me. I was talking to him today. I saw him at Monster Mania.
Well, that makes it easy for him to give you your prize.
Yeah, he did.
I was this close, man. I thought he was going to call my name.
I know.
I thought you were going to call my name too, man. I kept seeing all the people going by, and my name wasn't called. And I was like, all right, I'm almost to the end. All right. And then he called me. I was like, shit.
That was a cool.
Because I really wanted that troll too. Yeah, I really wanted that troll too. I need to find that.
If I find another one, I'll pick it up for you. I got that at the dollar store, believe it or not.
Well, if you happen to find it again at a dollar store, let me know. I'll send you $1 for it, plus shipping.
No, I'll just pick it up and send it to you. I'm not worried about $1. Troll too. Yeah. What about you, Sean? Logically or emotionally?
Emotionally, definitely, I would say. Yeah, because I do agree with Lisa. There needs to be a story, and I prefer, if I had to pick a film that has a good story and good acting, and as well as good suspense and drama, you know. And that's why I like drama films, because I want to see good acting, good drama. So I like to see that in a horror movie too.
Yeah, me. That's why you need to see Hereditary.
Yes.
The performances in that are great. You're going to love it.
You'll enjoy that, Sean.
I haven't seen it yet.
You'll like that too, Brad. The performances and the acting were just out of this world. If Tony,
you know what's funny is
I don't know who did, but you'll never get one because no one likes horror. Everyone hates horror. So.
Oh, by the predicting, and I know everybody thinks I'm nuts, but I am predicting that Halloween will make $1 billion internationally.
Maybe.
1 billion. Holy crap!
1 billion, not 100 billion.
$1 billion.
If it made 600,000 or it made 600 million, I think this movie is going to surpass it.
I couldn't resist.
The power of Christ compels you. That scene with a chair. Oh, Jesus.
Yes, right. I love Austin Powers.
We're all getting a little punchy now.
Yeah, I would love to see that movie franchise come back. I would love to see Austin Powers come back.
Oh, hell yeah. Make it happen.
Yep.
Okay, next question. Do you pay attention to the plot or the character?
Oh.
Sean?
Ooh. It depends on what it is. If it's focused on a character where the plot revolves around a character, focus on the character.
That's true. That's true.
Some movies can just, the characters can completely drive it. Like, a good example would be Halloween, where you got so many great characters like Laurie Strode, you got Dr. Loomis, you got Annie, and all those great characters like Sheriff Lee Brackett. That drives the movie, you know. If you didn't have all those great characters, you wouldn't have a movie.
Well, especially with the movie that you like, A Quiet Place. That's character driven all the way because not much happens. So
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you know what? You know what's funny, Sean, is I said this to Bill when we were doing our review of Halloween 3. You know, the Halloween franchise is very much character driven because it's about the character Michael Myers. That's the character people want to see.
Right.
If they would have had just Michael Myers make a cameo in that movie and walk down the street, it probably would have made $2 more million easily.
Probably.
Just by him showing up and walking down the street, it would have made more.
Lisa?
Guys, Random Matt says you should check out my Halloween group called the Fans of Halloween Films and Michael Myers. So just giving him a plug there. Matt, I gave you a plug.
Yeah, if I was on Facebook, I would, but I don't do Facebook.
Matt's got a whole bunch of groups. One about Texas Chainsaw, one about Nightmare on Elm Street, all those.
Friday.
Yeah. I don't know how he keeps up.
I couldn't. I completely agree with Sean. That's my answer for that one, so I'll not repeat it. But yeah, it completely depends on the type of movie, what it is, because obviously Friday the 13th and Halloween are completely character driven. But then in other movies where character's not the main concentration, then obviously the plot's more important. So it depends on the film for me.
Yeah, definitely. I agree.
And big shout out to Shannon for an awesome question. We need to get her on here.
Yes, I'd love to get Shannon
on. I'd love to have her on here.
She's so funny.
We have one more part of her question.
Okay.
The last part is, do you prefer a certain look visually? And I think that's probably going to go back to the last answer that we just had. But, Lisa?
Do you prefer a certain look visually, did you say?
Yeah. Do you prefer a certain look visually for a film?
Oh, right, okay. I don't think so. I like watching a good mix of all different things and say, different directors can bring different things to different movies. So I wouldn't want to see a particular look all the time. So I don't think I do have, no.
Yeah. Sean?
Yeah, I totally agree on that, Lisa. And yeah, and that's the whole point of seeing a different director's vision and how they can create the look of a film with the visuals and the visual storytelling with the camera, as well as the setting of the film,
No, it was just stuck.
Bronco?
You know what? Actually, I would like to give an example of this because I'm going to review this movie next week. I just watched Wrong Turn 5, okay? And in that movie, there is a lot of times during that film where you can tell, like, the city streets around the police station that they're running through. You can tell that those are fake buildings on a soundstage. Okay.
Huh.
I really don't like that, but if it's done well, like, okay, I'm gonna go with a really old film here, but one that I absolutely love. It's one of my favorites of all time. Have any of you seen The Quiet Man with John Wayne, filmed in Ireland?
Yes. I love that.
Okay, I love that movie. It's one of my favorites of all time. However, do you remember the scene where he and Maureen O'Hara are in the graveyard and they're about to kiss and the rain comes?
Mm-hmm.
You can obviously tell that graveyard backdrop is done somewhere on a soundstage.
Right.
But it looks so good in that classic Hollywood setting because, you know, they didn't have a lot of the resources we have now. So
True.
You could buy it. It was beautifully done. You could tell it was hand painted. You know, those old class stage I didn't mind. But in a movie today, like the one I just watched, what's the big deal? Why couldn't they have just gotten that on a city street somewhere? You know, why did it have to be on? You could tell the buildings looked completely fake. The streets were way too narrow. You could tell it was just fake, you know?
Yeah.
Still not as bad of a movie as everybody says, though, but I'll get into that in my review.
Yeah, I like that one as well. I'm going to say it depends on the movie, with the way it looks visually. I'm a fan of all different kind of things, especially like Gothic style horror, a la Hammer, Sean.
Hell yeah!
But I think it depends on the movie that you're watching, whether the look kind of matches. So I can pretty much deal with anything. I'm good with all kinds of visual looks. But,
as long as it's done well, I'm cool with it. If it's going to be on a soundstage, do it well. One that I love is Star Wars. I know it gets some shit sometimes being over CGI'd, but I'm sorry, they did an amazing job. It looks terrific.
Yeah, I agree.
Even the fans.
We got any more questions?
That's it, actually.
Yeah.
Any questions from the chat room? Anybody in there want to ask anything?
Chris from Strange Monkey has just popped in.
Hey.
Yeah, we're nearly finished, Chris.
Yeah, we're just about to be out of here.
Joe,
we just did your question.
Joe says he loves Burton look for the films. You can always tell when it's a Burton film. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Completely agree, Joe. Completely agree.
The styling for Sweeney Todd, I absolutely loved. Really liked it.
Me too.
I'm about to do the horror musical tag. I can't wait to do that tag. Dice, that's an awesome tag.
That was cool.
And yeah,
that might slip through my fingers. That one might before.
Sweeney Todd is gonna be featured on that one for sure.
So,
Batman.
Repo, the genetic opera. Got to see that one.
Yeah.
I've never seen that movie.
It's awesome. You'll like.
Yeah, I think that's a big popular one with horror fans, isn't it? And rock fans as well. Repo. It's a very rock oriented.
By accident.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
I'm also a big Rocky Horror Picture Show fan, so.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Me.
There's an Evil Dead
not the
musical?
remake either. Not that piece of crap they put on TV about a year ago.
What?
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
I didn't know they remade it.
Yeah, they remade it on TV.
Yeah, it was on TV.
I thought it was absolutely terrible. I was so pissed.
The Wicker Man is
my
the
wife and I
worst
Strange Monkey wants to know what's the worst remake of all time.
Ooh.
Wicker Man.
Yeah, The Wicker Man. And it's got Nicolas Cage in, and I'm still saying The Wicker Man. Awful.
Really?
I'm going with Rob Zombie's Halloween.
Oh no!
My wife said Footloose is the worst remake.
Your wife said
that's what she said.
Your wife said what, Jason?
Footloose. She hated Footloose.
God, yeah. I love the original of that.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I thought we were just talking about horror movies, though. I didn't know we were going to get into other ones.
I'd say
the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, that I would probably say was the worst, but at least that one, as bad as it is, doesn't completely disrespect the franchise the way Rob Zombie's Halloween does. He just totally spit in the eye of every Halloween fan and said, "Fuck you, I'm doing what I want. You're a fucking bunch of pussies. I hate you." And Rob Zombie should be shot and killed.
Oh, no.
Yeah, but to me, oh wait, Lisa, did you see part 2 yet?
No, that's the only one I haven't seen. I finished up with part 1 last night, and I haven't actually ever seen part 2, so it'll be a first watch for me.
Are you watching the unrated cut?
I don't know, because I haven't got my hands on it yet to watch it, so I don't know. I usually look and see if I can stream it from somewhere.
Like, to me, that's the one that craps all over the franchise more than anything.
Yes. It's a rough watch.
Takes a steaming dump on the franchise.
Which one was it, Sean?
Halloween 2. Rob Zombie's Halloween 2.
Oh, no, yeah, but yes, most definitely. But I thought we were just talking about remakes, not sequels to remakes.
Well,
yeah, Halloween 2, even worse. When Michael Myers screams at the end, I just wanted to reach through the screen and bitch slap Tyler Mane. And I know he'd probably break me in half, but still. You know? And then the whole hobo Michael and oh my god, the white horse. Man. What the hell was with the white horse? I've been asking that since that movie's come out.
Lisa hasn't watched it yet.
Yeah, we better not.
It's all right, don't worry about it. I'm not bothered about that. Kelly says the Owen and Kari remix.
Yeah, but you like the first one, don't you, Lisa?
What's that?
Don't you like the first Rob Zombie?
Yes, I do. I have to admit, I do like the first Rob Zombie one.
Yes.
Boo this woman. Boo.
I like the backstory. I didn't get enough backstory for Michael in the other one, so this sort of gives us a bit more backstory. I like Rob Zombie movies. What can I say?
Boo.
My wife.
Michael's not supposed to have a backstory. That's the entire point of his character.
No, but I like.
And he's certainly not. He's certainly not supposed to be a freaking hillbilly kid who's got a stripper mother and an abusive stepfather that says the fuck word and the cunt word every 2 fucking seconds.
So you don't like Rob Zombie movies then?
No, he does.
Oh no,
he's not a fan.
Dude! Devil's Rejects is one of my favorite films of all time. I just don't like what he did to Halloween.
Yeah.
I liked it. What can I say?
I've liked all of his other movies with the exception of Lords of Salem. I just thought that was boring.
No, I didn't like it either. I didn't like 31.
And way overhyped.
And I didn't like Lords of Salem.
Oh, I loved 31.
No, for me it's House of
if
the
you don't like
Corpse.
If you don't like a movie with a Nazi Spanish midget, we have nothing to talk about.
No, didn't like it.
And then I know somebody's going to get mad at me for saying the word midget. By the way, I just got permission. A buddy of mine told me that he thinks the term little people is way more offensive. And since he is a LP, that anybody that doesn't like the term midget can go fuck themselves.
I thought LP was long play.
He said using the term little person sounds sub.
I think sometimes political correctness can go mad, can't it? But it's different people. That may offend one person and not offend another. Isn't it? It's one of those things.
That's true.
Billy Connolly does a brilliant joke about that.
Yeah.
Random Matt says, I hate Lords of Salem. So did I.
Yeah, Lords of Salem, and they hyped it up too. They were saying like it was going to be it's the future of horror. This is what a horror movie should be. This is, and then I was like, all these critics were talking great about it, and I watched it. I'm just like, ooh, the lamp moved. Ooh, that's scary. And then at the end, at the end of the movie, they're all these dead bodies are piled up, and she's naked up on top of them. I'm like, wait, what the fuck just happened? How did we go from that to that? And I was just like, okay, this makes no and okay, this is crap. And I was so looking forward to it.
Honestly, I have yet to be impressed by him. I'm just not.
Did you not like House of a Thousand Corpses?
No, not really.
Oh, I love that.
I feel like he has potential, but I feel like he hasn't gotten there yet because the writing in his movies is bad. Like the dialogue is bad.
Yeah,
I feel like he's got a visual style.
With them,
I just feel like
with the movie like 1,000 Corpses, you get away with that because out those type of people, you know. I mean,
yeah. Yeah, but why do they have to be the same in every movie? You know?
Exactly.
That's true. He does need to switch it up some.
Yeah, I agree with that.
He needs to switch things up.
Everything's too
samey. I feel like he had a good writer doing the dialogue. He could make a good movie.
Yeah. Maybe concentrates a bit too much on imagery and not so much on, I don't know, storyline, perhaps.
Yeah, something like
defense is
little something that like storyline would help.
In his defense, Quentin Tarantino's been accused of the same thing. But the thing about it, Tarantino gets a pass from the fans. It's the critics and all the PC pussies that want to shit on him. But Rami doesn't get a pass from the fans. Even though they use a lot of the same dialogue, the only difference is that Quentin's dialogue is smarter than Rob's.
I want to see a Rob Zombie movie without his wife.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, she's a pretty good actor.
His wife needs being in.
Yeah,
and she's getting old, and she's not that good looking anymore. So
that was her only saving grace.
I think she's really pretty, but it's you can't. It's like Tim Burton and Helena Bonham Carter. I want to see someone else.
Yeah,
but Helena Bonham Carter is a good actress, though.
She is a good actress.
And what sold me on her? What sold me on her was Sweeney Todd. When I found out that she did all of her own singing, they all did. That sold me on her. I was like, damn, this chick's talented.
Yeah, but she plays the same part in everything she's in.
Yeah.
Well, that's Tim. I think that's Tim. That's Tim more than anything.
Strange Monkey.
That's what he wants.
Strange Monkey has asked, I have one more question. Would you like to see Quentin Tarantino direct a horror movie? I'll answer that right away. Yes.
He already has.
What one?
Tarantino already directed a horror movie.
The Grindhouse.
Well,
it's still a horror. I mean, it's still a horror movie.
Would you consider that a horror?
I mean,
a Grindhouse.
Yeah, Death Proof is considered a horror movie.
Well, the Death Proof isn't as much horror as the other one.
Yeah, I agree.
Planet Terror.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
The part where that guy's dick starts dripping, I can't do it. I'm like, oh god, that's gross.
I really like Death Proof. I thought Kurt Russell was freaking awesome on that.
But Death Proof is, Tarantino himself even said it, Death Proof is a slasher movie with a car. That's what he meant with Death Proof. Yes, and yes, I would love to see him do like a, and in fact, isn't this new movie he's doing about the Manson family, isn't it going to consider to be a horror?
Ooh, I didn't know about this.
I don't know.
Yeah, he's doing a movie about the Manson family. That's his next film.
Cool, right.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but will it?
Yeah, he's coming out. I think it's supposed to be like horror based. I'm not 100% on that though.
Oh, that interests me, definitely. Anything with an edge of realism about it, I love. So that's cool.
Did you ever see Wolves at Your Door, Lisa?
No. I don't think so.
It's based on the Manson family. It's not terribly well acted, but it's interesting.
Right, I've added that. You see, a lot of the time I say, no, I haven't seen it, and then I'll start watching it. I'll be like, I've seen this. So I'm terrible remembering names. I'll try it.
Pretty obscure.
Oh, well, then
I don't hear a lot of people.
Cool,
the only one The only one I saw is Helter Skelter.
Yeah. Oh, Skelter.
Well, guys, I'm gonna wrap up. We've been on for 3 hours, and I promised the wife a date night. The kids are staying the night over us.
Yeah, we've got through all our questions now anyway, haven't we?
Yeah. I think it's probably a good time to wrap it up. Great show.
Thank you to everyone in the comments there, and everyone that's contributed and watched and chatted. Much appreciated by all of us.
Thank you so much.
I do want to say real quick, if you haven't yet already, my contest ends tomorrow. Tomorrow at midnight my time. And I added another prize. I added the solo digital code. So you're getting a whole crap load of prizes if you win.
There you go. Enter Brad's contest, people. Right. Bye-bye from me. I'm desperate for a wee, so I'm getting off now. Right. I'll see you later, folks. Really nice chatting, guys.
At least I'll talk about too much information.
Well, I could have put it a lot more blunt than that, but yeah, I was polite. Speak to you later, guys. Bye.
Yeah. Good night, guys. Thank you for joining us at the Horror Hangout once again. Great show.
Later, guys.
See you guys.
Bye, everybody.